No, I was trying to say that I needed to edit the title first.
Oh no, you're good. Don't
Damn
worry about
it,
it.
you
I
missed
did-
the Transformers shit?
No,
God
no,
damn.
we're not, because Beast Wars was the one that I started with. It's
Same.
the one that I grew up on,
Same.
and I think it is a phenomenal series. And I think if we're going to talk about Transformers, we can't leave out Beast Wars, especially because
it's not
there's
a matter
reference
of
to G1.
It's not a matter of, oh, I'm excluding them for any particular reason. I'm just saying outside of Beast Wars, every single Transformer is a machine of some kind. That's
Correct.
the only that's the stipulation that I was making.
But could
I mean,
but
I
they
don't
are
think any of the
machines
Beast
because
Wars could
the
turn
the
into a
second season
saxophone.
of Beast Wars is called Beast Machines.
Well, so here's the thing. They
Which
are
we don't
machines
talk about,
by the
but I'm using
nature
it for this argument.
They are machines by the nature of them being from Cybertron, but they don't turn into machines. They're the only Transformers that turn into animals, quote unquote.
But they don't turn into real. They turn into mechanical animals.
Yeah, I was
Right,
going to say
like-
they're construct animals.
Yeah,
it's
they
still
scan the
separate because they don't
fossils.
turn into a machine that already otherwise exists, right?
So wait,
they couldn't
wait.
hide as a machine.
Yeah,
Can-
they're
can
Right,
a
they don't
robots
turn
not
into a
in
truck. They
disguise.
turn into a robot animal.
Can
Right.
can a Transformers lore expert like find like a Transformer that turns into like an inanimate object that's not a
I
machine?
mean, Megatron.
Yeah,
turned into a
Galvatron turns
gun.
into a gun, doesn't he?
Yeah!
Gun is a
Meg-
machine.
yeah.
Gun's a
Megatron-
machine!
In G1, Megatron turns into a gun and Starscream uses it.
It is
How?
a
Like
machine.
his it is a machine.
So what's the difference between a saxophone and a gun?
Boy,
Can I
we
get
don't
that
have
on a
time to
t-shirt?
dive into that.
One shoots
That
sound.
is, that is an
Get that on a
existential
t-shirt.
question that we are not prepared to go into.
Arrow?
We should go around the
will
horn because
say-
it's already
One-
7:15.
I can
Pharaoh.
fucking answer that, but I'm going to choose not to right
Pharaoh,
now.
you
difference
started this.
is-
You need to finish it.
The difference is one
I want
shoots.
I want a Transformer
Pharaoh.
that turns into a saxophone.
Listen to me. The difference
Okay,
is
what?
one shoots, one doots. Get it right.
Okay, all right.
Damn.
I'll take that.
And speaking of dooting, why don't you do the thing where you doot your deeds?
I'll do my duty and say, welcome to Ravenloft, everybody.
Hello.
Right here.
Ravenloft.
I did not get woken up. I got pizza in my mouth, but welcome.
Hey, we're doing it live.
We're doing it live. Hope you all have a fantastic week so far. We're going to get into it because we're already a little bit late.
Yeah.
Let's go down the line and introduce ourselves, starting with Mark Allen Jr. Where can they find you? What are you up to?
You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Mark Allen Jr., here on Twitch at Aeon Protect Gaming, on TikTok at Mark Allen Jr. VA, and you can follow the adventures of my fat sleepy cat bunny on Instagram at Chonk4Life. Speaking of Bunny, actually, some of you may be aware that she's been going through some health crises for the last couple of weeks. I am taking her to a specialist tomorrow to have an ulcerated cornea looked at, and it's not cheap. So I will be doing a stream on Friday. We're gonna call it Bills for Bunny. Gonna be playing some Stray over on my channel. I will try and get Bunny Cam up. She kind of is moving around these days, so she's not as completely still as she was the first few days, but we'll try and get a Bunny Cam up. It's been a while since I've had that, so we'll try and get her set up somewhere comfy and get Bunny Cam on there. But any and all donations to help cover the costs of taking her to this specialist would be greatly appreciated. So that's going to be on Friday. I don't have a start time in mind just yet. Aiming for something in the early afternoon Central Time. So check my Twitter and Blue Sky. I will post more about that. But if you can't give any donations, any well wishes will also be equally accepted and appreciated. Thank you very much. That's
right
it for
on.
me.
Let's bring it on over to Sci-Fi. Where can they find you, and what are you up to?
You can find me on twitch.tv/sci-fi. We do variety streams over there. We also do a couple D&D campaigns that should be picking up soon now that all of my players are returning from TwitchCon.
Ooh.
Other than that, we just wrapped up playing all of the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection, which was hype. Gonna be playing Ghost Runner 2 next week,
Hey.
so that should be exciting.
I'm in that one.
Other than that, it's just all variety gaming. So that's where you can find me.
Right on. Up next, we've got Therapod. Where can they find you, and what are you up to?
It's your boy. You can find me over on Blue Sky Therapod Art, Twitter Therapod Art, Twitch Therapod Art, where you can watch me work on my funny little YouTube pilot thing, Oversoul Spirit Spark. Funny little cartoon animated comic thingy-mabob that I'm working on in the background. It'll be out soon. TM. No deadline yet, but soon. Commissions are open. I'll draw whatever you want for the right amount of cash. Well, almost anything. I do have my limits, but the limits are far and few between. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Up next, we've got Zito. Where can they find you, and what are you up to?
Twitch.tv/Zito. I did do a little bit of some design auctions for little funky demon fellas. A few of them are still available, but that's not important. What is important is that today, my little mascot Toothpick becomes a real boy. He has entered Meat Space. He is a viable plush.
Hey,
You can get him on makeshift.com right now, but with the extra little
let's
benefit that
go.
they added a brand new way to pay. So you could spend the full amount, which is a really big ask. However, they now give you this cool new option that you can pay $7.50 bi-weekly 4 times, and you get the plush anyway.
Ooh, payment plan.
Also, I got a payment plan built into it.
Yep, they now have a new payment plan, which actually is way more tolerable and easy to swallow than just like 30-something plus dollars, like close to 40. It like close to 40, maybe like 50 with shipping and handling. This time it's just, hey, pay $7.50 like from now for the next like 4 payments bi-weekly, and you get the plush anyway. So if we can get my son to 200, that would be greatly appreciated. It would help not only me do some living, but also it might help fund some things like continuing the comic or making the streams a little bit more amped up, like maybe possibly working on VR stuff. The money will go somewhere, but we have to at least see if he breaks even first. So if you liked my little goober on my streams recently, please go check him out.
Awesome. We've got our DM extraordinaire, Edward Bosco. Where can they find you, and what are you up to?
Oh, snap. I was going to say Monty's not here. You can find me at EdBoscoVA on both Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and at twitch.tv/EdwardBosco. Halloween was kind of a big day for me. They announced that the new Death Battle is coming out, and I get to play Courage the Cowardly Dog fighting Scooby-Doo, which, for those of you who have tuned into the channel before, I used to play Scooby-Doo in real life as a mascot. Wait, let me rephrase that. I was friends with Scooby-Doo in real life at Universal, so it's a really special Death Battle for me. You guys should check it out when it comes out. They just released the teaser. I believe the actual episode comes out on the 8th. So yeah, I'm really excited about that one. I'll talk about more at the halftime show, but yeah, that's me.
Rare. Mark Allen Jr. halftime show.
I can't wait.
Well,
Gosh darn it.
all that's left is me. They can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Blue Sky, and Tumblr at Distortion Devil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. You know what I'm up to. Oh, no, not this Sunday, actually. Because I'm going to be over on Burke's stream doing Footy Werewolf. But yeah, Saturday is more Yakuza Like a Dragon before the actual finale of Gobtober.
Gobvember.
Woo! Actually,
Gobvember.
Gobvember.
100 years Gobvember.
6 seasons in a movie. Come on.
Yep, that'll be happening this Saturday. As well, be sure to check out my DM's Guild. I got some 5th edition homebrew content over there. I swear, the Fulgurmancer spellbook is almost done. I literally have 1 spell left to make, and then it will be ready. And then we'll throw up a poll for the next elemental tome to make. I forgot what the results of the last one were, but we'll throw up a new one.
I would
Also,
like to special request the Jello element.
ooh,
Slime-o-mancer.
Jello mint, if you
Jellomancer.
will.
Delicious and mint flavored. As well, speaking of Ghost Runner, you can hear me in Ghost Runner 2 as Adrian Bakunin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
reprising my role from the DLC. Yes. That's about it. This episode is brought to you in part by Die Hard Dice.
Die Hard Dice!
That's right.
Such quality.
Die Hard Dice is your one-stop shop for dice and dice accessories. And if you head on over to dieharddice.com, you can use the code Unexpectables to save 10% on your order. As well, pick up some Wise Aspect Dice, the official collaboration between the Unexpectables and Die Hard Dice. Check out our spring store. We got all sorts of designs on there that you can get as stickers, apparel, mugs, water bottles, what have you. We also couldn't do this week in, week out without bits and subs from viewers like you. Bits and subs.
Go for it, Connor. I trust you.
Robot Fist Fight, thank you for the Prime sub. Lunatic Crow, thank you for the 43 months. King Shinrock, thank you for the 30 months. Revengerist, thank you for the 32 months of Prime. K Macmon, thank you for the 37 months of Prime. Phil Lane, thank you for the 23 months. Woo, almost 2 years. Hippo Lobotomus, thank you for the 30 months. Excited for the finale, looking forward to seeing what happens in the VOD. Love you guys. Man of Many Faces, thank you for the 34 months. Burnout Vaughn, thank you for the 100 bits. They have the cow, but will they be dead meat? The odds are as follows. The wounds are still fresh and magic is running low at 5-1 odds. We have Mark and Connor because of where he's standing. Sai and Zito with 10-1 odds, while Thero is back at 15-1. But with tensions high, the party battle weary TPK is now at 20-1 odds. That's 20 to 1.
I don't want to say how incredibly excited I am that I am still leading the odds, despite being the furthest away from danger right now.
I mean, the guy's time stopped. There's no such thing as safety.
They survived the ballroom blitz, but will they be able to make it out alive? Thank you, players, for another year of fun. We got Gamer Till Sunrise. Thank you for the 100 bits. Yo, Thero, I have you commissions. Yeah, you go ahead and email them. Yeah.
Theropodart@gmail.com. Hit me up.
Timitor, thank you for the 40 months of Prime. Ravage, who appeared in Beast Wars, is a cassette. Well, there you
That's
go.
what I was saying. Also, a reference to G1, like I was
Beast
saying.
Wars. That was what
Yes.
the caveat was excluding Beast Wars. Just going to put that out there again, one more time. All right.
Yeah, but also, your argument about Beast Wars, they linked G1 with that Ravage specific storyline. But we can get into that on the halftime show.
I want my saxophone transformer, god damn it.
It's not a machine.
DRK Gainer, thank you for the 41 months of Prime. Yay, pizza and D&D. Oz195, thank you for the 40 bits. Callum Draws, thank you for the 20 bits. Zilban, thank you for the 100 bits. Good luck, guys. I'm hoping to get a growl off between Bosco and Kopnos.
Not Connor and Bosco, Kopnos and Bosco.
There you go.
A real ass lion in my dumb ass. All right, fair. Bet.
Tick Stixel, thank you for the 100 bits. Mark, is there a place we can donate?
I responded to that in chat already, but it'll be through the donate button on my channel when we're streaming. Thank you for asking, though.
Morthraindor, thank you for the 666 bits. Hello, everyone here. Glad to be here for El Gran Finale. It is time to find what the lead can throw up. Erwin Elf, thank you for the 39 months. Z-Man Stardust, thank you for the 100 bits. See you guys in the VOD. Good luck with the last Ravenloft for this year. See this story next year. Love you all. Morthraindor, thank you for getting 10 subs to the community. Zenlita, thank you for the 100 bits. Gobvember, aka No Nut November, hard mode. And finally, James Rochelle, thank you for the 43 months at tier 2.
Well, there we go. Everybody back? Everybody ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yay.
Also, I think Rewind transforms into a flash drive.
That I actually don't remember.
It's a machine, but that's fine.
It's a
There are,
machine.
yeah, there. I have a friend that I can ask Transformer stuff to. That being said,
Transformers one shot win.
I mean, I'm here for it. I'm here to
I'm
run
down.
it. I'm here to play in it. Whatever, you let me know.
Mm.
That being said, as the final night of Ravenloft is upon us on, interestingly enough, the Day of the Dead, who would like to do the final recap of this season? Any takers? You
I
might
will
need the
attempt
bonus.
to do so.
All right.
You want a recap of the entire season?
No, I want a recap of the last episode. It's just the final recap of this season.
Okay.
Waking up inside a cold, dark place, we found ourselves in need of a plan to attack the Duchess's estate. Through conversation, we convinced the necromancer to gather our allies at the time that we arrived at the manor. As we did, so too did our allies arrive, bringing Sumer, Sophia, and the Alpha to join us on our quest. As we stepped inside the manor, we were met with the visage of the Duchess, ready and waiting. Though I attempted to offer myself in exchange for Grim Harl's release, she was not amiable to the terms. And so, battle ensued amidst the ballroom, and a contingency of undead partygoers. Finally, after a long, hard-fought battle, we were both able to identify the real Grimharl and begin to rescue her, as well as remove the mask from the Duchess's face. When it was removed, the mask found its way into the hands of Raval, and the Duchess dissolved into nothing. However, very unhappy with our double-crossing, the necromancer cast a very powerful spell, locking us all in a state of frozen time. And I believe that is where we pick up.
I am once again thoroughly impressed that we have done it in character all the way through this season. So I appreciate that. And as a thank you, by all means, pick one save that you are not proficient in. And for this episode alone, you are not proficient in it.
I'm going to go with wisdom.
Probably a wise decision. All right. So before I hit this music and we all get into character, I just want to say it's been a pleasure playing with you all, and I'm sorry.
Hell yeah.
We'll hate you later. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I hate him now.
It's on like
Fair.
Donkey Kong.
No.
Let me know if the music is good.
Seems good.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Raval, as you place that mask upon your face and you stare at the necromancer having ripped it away from his telekinesis, and you feel time slow down, you almost instinctively raise up your hand to cast something defensively, and you watch it almost freeze in midair. Kopnos, before you can even blink to fully turn around to the necromancer, you also feel like you get stuck in cement and locked into place. Likewise, Waihakeda and Raycool, as you're pulling Grimharl towards the big double doors at the back of the room, you actually first see it ripple throughout the room and hit Sophia as she begins to sprint towards Kopnos and freeze in mid-place, as Sumer, having just watched this necromancer dimension door out from underneath his nose, also begin to sprint forward and freeze in place as you two also lock in time. And as all of you have some sort of gaze on the necromancer, Brand, you actually are about to let loose an arrow. And as you're pulling the trigger, you hear your crossbow go off. and the arrow, or rather the bolt, doesn't quite come out of the crossbow fully before it stops in time. And then all of you see that he begins to move, completely unaffected by the spell. And then you again feel that pressure in your brain, but this time it's not the same pressure that you felt over and over again. This seems like words forming inside your brain. Things that you would normally be able to hear, but instead a mental message. And you hear that familiar voice of the necromancer inside each one of your minds as he moves freely through time, having frozen everyone in this room in place. You watch as the alpha, who was almost mid-leap to jump at him, frozen in mid-air as he just kind of strolls out of the way. That large spider that had just become visible also seems to be affected by the spell, and you watch its eyes turn towards the necromancer as it then also freezes with a single long leg trying to point out at him, almost like it was trying to dispel or counteract the effects.
Well, well, well. Once again, I have made a proposal that none of you have seemed to take seriously. It was a simple deal, the mask for the item. I guess I should come clean. Had you given me the mask, yes, I probably would have kept you here longer. Strahd is not a very big fan of you. And I'm sure he would appreciate it if I kept you here. But now I've become annoyed and I just want all of you gone.
And he begins to move back towards the other direction, kind of surveying all of you stuck in time. And now I am going to see how many rounds that he gets. Let me get my phone out. All right. You watch him straighten out his robes and with a single cast of his hand kind of run it down his full body, as all of you are able to tell that he obviously cast something on himself. You're just not really sure what, as he continues his speech.
I will explain to you not just the proposal that I have for you here. It is the only way that this will go down and you all escape with your lives.
And he points over towards Raval.
That mask is coming with me. And I will take it by force if I have to. But I will give you all one last chance to honor our deal. This pendant for that mask. I will remove it from his face myself. And if no one disturbs me as I leave with it, you will all leave with your lives. But if you do not, I can promise you, at least one of you will not make it out of here alive.
And he begins to count off each one of you in his mind, pointing very deliberately, first at you, Raycool, then at you, Waihakeda, almost smirking, having remembered your deal from earlier. Then takes a very long look at Grim Harl, who is almost on death's doorstep, having been basically tied up and kept without much nourishment for at least a day or so. It's hard to tell with the way time is passing, but at least 24 hours. Then slowly gazing back across the room, he catches Sophia's eye. He smiles very wide at Sumer before looking at the bolt still stuck in your crossbow, Brand, turning to you, Copnose, almost narrowing his eyes as they once again move over towards the Alpha. And since he's blocking Raval, you can only imagine he looks almost through the Alpha, knowing Raval is behind him. And then he begins to count backwards. Raval, Alpha, Copnos, Brand, Sumer, Sophia. And then he counts, when he gets to your right, back across. And he stops in the dead center of the room, and you watch him all point.
It will be them.
And you all watch him point directly at Sophia.
The mask for her life. Do not test me.
And you see him slowly begin to walk over towards Raval. And as he passes you, Copnos, he very deliberately looks you in the eye as you're kind of frozen in time.
You said that Calamity sends their regards, did you not? Well, don't give me a reason to send someone there to give mine on my behalf.
You watch him almost gracefully walk on the banister around the Alpha. Gravity almost seeming to have no effect on him as he moves over to you, Raval. And as he stands next to Raval, you watch him once again flurry some kind of magical presence over himself. As you can tell that he is preparing for the worst, even though he has given you an out. And you see him do this a couple more times, before finally you see him start to reach out towards Raval. And you watch him reach directly towards that mask. And as his fingers make contact with that mask, all of you feel time almost come back to you as your bodies are in a slight, almost momentary haze trying to shake off those effects. And Raval, you feel the mask come off your face. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Can we get the ballroom map up again?
Yes.
And just for clarity, he pointed at our, like, Sophia would be the first to die, basically.
He said that Sophia would be the first that he would go after if anyone tries to stop him from taking this mask. Sophia's done.
Mm-hmm.
Important question. I believe we were
Yes.
blessed last episode.
You were
Is
blessed,
that
and that would
still
still be active. Yes,
Okay.
because it has not been. You have not rested since that bless, or
Okay.
rather, you have, but it hasn't been 24 hours.
I know it doesn't apply to initiative, but I just wanted to make sure.
Correct. Yeah, but that is still for saves and stuff. That's important. I need to roll for all the allies.
It makes sense, Mark. We're in the back of the room.
I know.
Man,
Okay, then.
man,
Okay.
I'm just biting my lip because I'm just like,
Yep.
man. I know Raval's answer, but it's not the answer I'm sure the rest of the party wants.
I
might
know. That's
be
why I said
surprised.
You might be
you
surprised.
guys got to make your decisions. Don't. It's all good. That's why I gave you plenty of heads up. So, Raval, you feel as we enter initiative. Let me double check. Raval, you will actually be at the top of the turn order. So as he's pulling this off, as
I get to
as
be the
he's pulling
bastard.
this off, you will not get the save to stop him. So it comes off your face, and he is considered in possession of it as he's taking it off during the time stop. However, it is your turn in the initiative order up first. What would you like to do?
Hey Bosco, I have a really, really dumb idea.
Okay.
I still got wacky inspiration,
Mm-hmm.
and I have this super cool spell called Animate Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it doesn't work this way at all. Like, at
Okay.
the fuck all. At the fuck all.
Hit me. I like creativity. Hit me with the idea.
I don't want Raval to reach for the mask. I want him using that inspiration
Mm-hmm.
to reach out for the Raven Queen for divine intervention by using the Animate Dead spell with all these nice fresh corpses we have around here.
So, are you looking for the Raven Queen specifically to bring these corpses to life to help you?
Yep.
Okay. I will allow you, with your inspiration, to use animate dead that way. The question will become if you have them do anything, because he did say if anyone tries to stop them, I will allow you to raise them, and he will not consider that hostile if they don't do anything to him. But if the long game is to do something to him with those zombies, it will absolutely trigger what he's going to do. So I guess I want you to be aware before you bring them up.
Oh no.
Yeah. Really has a casting time of a minute.
Then forget this.
It's a ritual.
All right. Never mind. All right. Well, plan. Sorry, it's what my character would do. Unfortunately.
Okay.
And I don't want to say that out loud because that's the instantaneous "you're a jerk off" answer.
People, dude. Everyone at this table is okay with whatever you're gonna do.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Whatever happens, happens.
I think it would be very funny if I died.
Still your move. You have not done anything yet.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything. However, I'm going to make an opening for someone. I'm going to cast Dispel Magic aimed on him as a held action.
Ooh.
Okay. What is the trigger for your held action?
The moment he casts a spell.
Okay.
I am going to allow someone else to... This is... Look, the thing here is that Raval knows this is a delicate situation, and going willy-nilly is not justice of death. It is just purely a means to an end, which is what this monster clearly wants everyone to do. However, to give everyone else who brought their problems onto his home a chance to make it right, that will be divine justice. And the Raven Queen's wing will be there to guide how it will and disrupt what may.
All right.
I pass the judgment and blame onto you guys. Dispel magic the moment he tries something.
Okay. So that will be a held action. So any spell that he casts, you want to dispel it.
Yep.
All right. So that will be Revol's turn. Next up is Brand.
Well... This is a right pickle we're in, huh, team?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's a real sticky wicket.
Yep. I'm actually really happy with this initiative turn order. So
I'm not entirely sure what my character would do in this situation. Cuz
we're about to learn a lot about everybody's character.
Well, cuz his dispel magic was basically just prep for if we decide to
I will say that you all see
the decision
Revol
hasn't actually been made yet.
Correct. You anybody who's looking in that direction, which I assume is all of you, you would see that Revol looks like he's prepared to throw a spell but didn't throw it yet. You've seen him cast enough where you know when he's about to do it. So you would know that he has something ready, but none of you would know exactly what he's about to do.
Did Zaro take that as like combat's initiating or not?
He has, well, so you're in initiative order. He says if anyone tries to stop him, Revol hasn't tried to stop him yet, but if he tries to leave and he dispels him leaving, we'll see what happens. And Revol can make, you don't have to have your held action go off. Revol will have that choice if he casts.
Yeah, if possible, I'm gonna just shoot glances at the party members and get a vibe of where we're at on fighting the necromancer versus letting him go.
Ray fucking hates that guy.
True.
We're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
We gonna kill you. We gonna.
Ray
kill
hasn't
you.
put his weapons
Oh.
away. Let's just say Ray hasn't put his weapons away as the telltale sign of where he stands. So
I will say that for as adamant as she was about getting Grimharl out of here, as the time stop was released, Waihakeda stopped moving. As far as what her thoughts are right now, that might be very difficult to read, both given the distance and the current situation. But she has stopped moving.
Hey, fuck it.
my 2 favorite words.
Oh, here we go.
Followed
Alright,
by
I'm gonna
we
bonus
ball.
action cast Hunter's Mark on the
Okay.
Necromancer as
Okay.
the first part of my turn. And then due to Dread Ambusher, I'm gonna take my attack action, and it's gonna do an extra D8 damage.
Oh, right, because we re-rolled initiative.
Because we're on the first
We
roll
reroll
of a new
initiative.
initiative.
Yep.
Exactly.
Is this a ready to action, or are you gonna shoot him?
I'm gonna shoot him as my action.
Let's go.
Oh
Okay.
boy!
We're off to the races.
Sci-Fi,
folks.
I'm so proud of you because if it wasn't you, it was gonna be me.
A 23 to hit.
Do you have bless?
That hits.
I do have
That
bless.
he has blood. That hits.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
But he could have shield, so
Yeah.
might maybe want to use the bless maybe.
Here, I'll just roll the d4 for posterity.
Posterity.
Roll D4.
For posterity.
24 total.
24.
So for
That
the
does
damage,
guarantee that
it's
shield won't
7
work.
piercing plus 7 from Dread Ambusher plus 5 from Hunter's Mark.
Oh my gosh!
So
All right, so what
that
was the
is
total?
19 damage.
He's a wizard. He's down.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's immediately dead.
And then
I didn't think
I'm
he'd take
gonna-
that much
because
damage
I
from the
have
first
crossbow
fight.
expert. Load another bolt and then use my extra attack to fire again. That's a 12. I'm gonna
Bless.
roll the d4 on that. That's a 14 to hit.
A 14 will miss.
Ah, okay. Well, at
It's
least I
okay
got
though,
him
because
big
he's
on the
already
first
dead,
shot.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
surely.
he's totally dead. But the problem is, he might have already been dead when you started. So I don't know if that helps.
Ah.
It's okay. He's double.
Wait a minute. Favorite enemy undead.
Oh,
That's
true.
You don't know.
That
He
gives
could
you
have already been...
extra death power. He just dies instantly when you attack him because he's your favorite
Yeah,
enemy.
Oh yeah,
Double.
that's how that works.
The jokes are coming up now, guys, because chat,
I'm trying
we
to
are anxiety. I am a ball of anxiety right now.
All right, well, I'm just gonna, stay in my little sniper perch and just be like, I guess we're fighting this guy.
We're off to the races.
All right,
And that's my turn.
And a good turn it was.
a good turn it was indeed. Let me double check something. Give me un momento, por favor.
How many d6 disintegrate? Oh, it's that much.
Oh, you
that
think it's
many.
disintegrate? That's cute.
How what?
This is
No, this is
when
meteor
all the
swarm.
the delayed blast fireballs go off.
It's meteor swarm.
Circle of death.
Sorry, give me. I'm
Just the whole building comes down.
It is. I'm double checking. It is Copnos.
So it is.
And so
So
it shall-
seeing that bolt.
You
go
saw him
out,
take a shot, but you would
Yeah.
have to read how Zaro took that.
Copnos'
if you wanna
instinct. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, how do you feel about being shot? Does that
have
a message for you?
That bolt flying out was enough of indication for Copnos. He's going to manifest his echo next to Zaro.
All right. Let me see. Was I smart and put it? Nope, I wasn't. Give me un momento again.
And
Does that mean he gets flanked?
I think the
yes,
echo does
he-
give you
he-
flanking, doesn't
He
it?
does get. It is an entity, so he does get flanking.
Mhm.
Yes.
And the alpha's right there too. So
So,
Yep.
Ed, I'd like to run something by you.
Yes.
So, Kopnos has been around spellcasters enough to be relatively decent in figuring out what they need to cast their spells. I think
Yes.
especially he would have studied up on the necromancer. Could I forego doing damage on my attacks to instead try to target his throat so that he cannot speak? And feel free to
So
shut
you
this
basically
down.
want to grapple him and cover his mouth?
Essentially?
Okay. Go ahead and give me a grapple check then,
Grapple check.
which I think is just a strength check.
Athletics.
No, do a 3.5e grapple check.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
Let's
All right.
We'll be
make
here
sure
all
real
night
quick.
then.
I'll pull out my
Yeah, it
calculator.
says so. We'll do athletics versus.
I'll get
his
the flow
acrobatics.
chart out.
Call up theoretical physicists and...
We're gonna do this Pathfinder style. I'll get the
All right.
Oh no!
So it's an athletics check?
Correct.
Okay.
If you roll 10 above the roll, you get a crit.
Ooh. Wait.
Probably not. This is
I do have 2 attacks.
You are blessed.
That is true.
Are you?
Uh,
No, Kopnos
Oh no, you're
wasn't
not
a player.
blessed. You
You're
did
right,
not
you-
get
yeah.
blessed.
You
Kopnos-
actively chose not to take it.
Kopnos
Yeah.
pointedly refused the blessing of the Raven Queen. So
Yes.
yes,
All right. So then a 9, you will be unable to grab hold of him as he is able to see that it is your echo, and your echo doesn't seem to fully manifest to grab him.
All right. I do have 2 attacks, but
You could. I will let you try it again on the second attack if you want to try your luck.
All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm foregoing damage to do this, so I just want to.
Okay.
That's good.
That's
23.
+2.
No, because it's just a grapple.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not-
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
a grapple.
Yeah.
You are able to grab hold of him and cover his mouth.
Yeah.
As you
that's-
hear him go,
Yeah, he's just choking on the smoke. All right. That's all I needed to do.
all right,
I'm good.
Fuel.
Ray, cool.
I'm gonna look to Waihakeda like, should I go over there or protect Grimharl? What is Waihakeda's general vibe?
You can tell, especially because you've known her since the start of all this. Something the necromancer said has stuck in her craw, and you can tell that she is torn between getting Grimharl out and taking personal matters into her own hands based on something that the necromancer said.
Oh shit. Waihakeda, I gotta go over there. I have this, and Ray just kind of gestures to the scroll and he just runs off. I'm going to dash and then cunning action dash, which I believe is 90 feet of movement.
So you're double dashing essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Good
you're
Mario.
30 feet of movement, then yes, it would be double dash would be 90.
Yep. Okay, so I get to there.
Good Mario Kart game.
Double dash.
Underrated, honestly.
Yeah, very underrated.
One more.
CBT
Yeah.
inducing.
And you just see Ray like really good form, like an Olympic sprinter, just starts sprinting
Oh boy.
towards the battlefield, and yeah, that's Ray.
Yahoo.
All right, that was Ray cool. It is now Waihakeda's turn.
I'm actually going before all the allies?
Hmm.
Jesus Christ.
They all rolled like garbage. That's why I was really, because you're all going to get a chance to act. So I was like, who's going to be the one to pull the trigger, if anybody?
Can I do a medicine check on
What are you looking for specifically?
You said she's looking really beat up.
Yes.
She's not conscious, right?
Correct. It looked like they were struggling before, but it looks like they are not moving anymore.
Basically, I'm trying to see if this is just a natural affliction like exhaustion or something like that.
Or if it's magical.
Yeah.
I will give this to you for free. They look exhausted.
Okay, so it's not something that like a healing spell would resolve.
A healing spell could stabilize them or make them essentially be in better shape, but it's not something that a long rest, that's something other than a long rest would cure. They need like a good night's sleep.
Right.
Sumer! Meet me by the door!
And I'm going to use my movement to help move Grimharl closer to the door. Is it at half speed because I'm basically dragging her?
Yes.
Okay.
But if you're dashing, it would be your normal movement.
Right. The spacebar did not work. You lied to me, Saffrey.
I don't know, man. I don't use Roll20 anymore. They might have changed it.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
Hang
Why are you
on.
lying?
Can someone do me a favor and just like ping here?
Yep.
Thank you.
I got you. I got you, fam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hold
I'm gonna
on.
move there and take Grimharl with me.
Okay.
And I'm also going to. I'm sorry. This is a tough situation, y'all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
But fuck it, we ball.
so true.
I'm gonna use my once per day ability to cast Blur on myself.
You dashed.
Oh, you're right. I did dash. I can't do that. Never mind. It's not a bonus
Sorry.
action. What the fuck is wrong with me? That's turn.
All right. Sorry, I'm measuring something out. It is now the enemy's turn.
Yahoo.
Let me see. Yep. Okay. Got it. I need a athletics check from Copnose.
Alrighty.
For the sake of my mentality.
actually, question: is your Echo grappling him, or are you technically taking that spot? I just need to know for technical purposes.
My Echo is grappling him.
Your Echo is grappling him.
Can we move Grimharl,
Okay.
please? Can we move Grimharl, please?
Oh yeah. Sorry, my fault.
Thank you.
They are right behind you.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to look up
Thanks.
the ruling on this. Okay. Copnose.
Yeah.
Rather than try to... Oh, wait a second. No, he is going to have to try to break free. I wanted to double check that spell. Okay. Yep, he is going to try to break free of your grapple.
Yep.
When
The
you forego
purpose
that
of it was
damage.
if there's any vocal components, you can't use them.
Yep. So that's why I had to double check the spell that I wanted him to cast. It does have a vocal component, so he can't do it. So he has to try to break free with his action. All right. So competing check. Here we go.
Very good play, Connor.
Very good play.
Yep. I figured doing damage was not the move here, and instead I need to silence somehow.
Yep.
Woo! That's another 23.
The consistency of the 5e fighter.
There it is.
Connor,
Yeah.
I want to apologize. He rolled a natural 20.
Oh, jeez.
God damn it.
That still ate his action. Like,
It
It did
action.
eat his action.
Does it get a
And
misty
as
step?
it eats his action, you realize one of the things that he cast on himself as you watch him call out a spell, and poof.
No. Dispel magic.
Hey, there it is. As he tries to get the words out, your ready to action goes off, and whatever he was about to cast dies.
Any spell
Mark
of
off your-
third level or lower on the target.
And you got it. And you got it. Whew. You watch him first break out of the grapple, and then look back to Revol.
And you don't belong.
He looks furious. It is now the allies' turn.
Fuck him up, Alpha.
Yeah, Sumer is going to double move to go with you. Wyatt, Katie, you said to go to the door and meet you there.
I did say meet me by the door, so if he can get to me from where he is, that would have been
He can double move and get to right where you are if you would prefer him go directly to you.
That would be ideal, yes.
All right. Then he will be right next to you. You will see him kind of take up a defensive position. It looks like he really wants to go after the necromancer, but he seems to be trusting you.
First mistake.
We call that
first mistake.
He just gets a tree branch through his chest.
Sophia is going to double move, but can't get closer.
God damn! Why is everybody in this party so fast?
Imagine if I was a tabaxi.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
All right, Alpha, fuck him up, Alpha. Or you could just. You watch the Alpha after seeing this necromancer basically call out his shot to take out Sophia. He snarls and wildly swings twice, but the necromancer, while furious at you, Revol, still has enough wherewithal to move out of the way of these quick strikes inhumanly fast. As we come back to the top of the round, Revol, it is now your turn.
Second verse, same as the first. Fuck your magic.
Ready action, dispel magic.
Ready action, dispel magic. Round 2.
Okay.
You bet. This is my last one, boys. You better make it count.
This is
not shot part due.
That was Revol's turn. Do you want to do anything else other than ready the action?
No, I just want to calmly stand there and watch him get furious. So like, could that count as intimidation? Where I'm just like standing there, just like letting him go fucking ape tits, and Revol is so composed.
It's definitely messing with him, so it might change what he does on his turn, but at the very least, you are affecting him by nullifying his spells.
Fucking cool.
Yep. All right. It is now Brand's turn.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot him again.
Yeah.
25.
Shoot. Yeah.
That is the most aggressive bolt.
4 damage plus 3 from Hunter's Mark. So that's 7.
Oh, actually, I need to roll some Constitution. No, he hasn't gotten hit yet. Never mind. He got hit before, but he rolled that. Okay, good.
He just
Alpha
got
missed.
hit.
I wanted to make sure because he does have to roll concentration for.
Well, he's getting hit again.
He got hit again.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is 25 for how much damage?
25 to hit for 7 damage.
All right, that
So
will
just
hit.
gotta beat
Constitution
it 10.
save would be DC 10.
Okay.
You can that one.
I just realized this square that's here, I believe, was my old entangle spell. That's probably
was.
dead.
Oh
right?
wow. Yeah, it's very dead.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
Yeah. I'm making sure I do this. Oh, just barely, but they passed. All right.
You guys should dogpile the necromancer.
I like how the
That's
spiders
pretty
just
much it.
surround you.
Extra attack.
Oh! That one's too high. That one's gonna miss. No, go for it. You can roll damage.
Unbelievable.
Hey, can I ask a quick question?
Another 7.
Yeah, what's up?
Does the spider get to do anything?
The spider doesn't seem to be acting.
The spider's just sitting there looking like back and forth, head turning.
I
No
think the
one's
spider can
controlling it
only-
right now.
Yeah, can only do stuff if someone's wearing the mask.
Yeah.
So that's
chilling
a
there.
second shot for another 7 damage.
What's the spider doing? His best.
Tap
His
dancing.
best.
Jeff the spider.
And then, other than that, that will be my turn.
What do you want me to
Unless
be,
he
Dad?
Fails his second concentration check.
He passed it. It was a
Okay.
it was a 10 on die. So
Piss.
All right, then that is my turn.
Yep.
I'm doing damage.
you're doing damage, and you're forcing. He's got to make these checks. It only takes 1/1. Let's see. We are on to Copnos.
So he is concentrating on something. Ooh.
You saw him casting spells on himself before the time stop was over. So there's something on him. You just don't know what it is. Or at least you don't know all of what it is. You might have a guess as to what one of them are now.
I could try and grapple him again.
I mean, that worked pretty good
Yeah,
the first
you
time.
could try.
If it ain't broke,
attempt
don't
to.
fix it.
It's a good strategy.
Yeah, I think I need to try and shut down his spellcasting as much as possible before this really gets off to the races here.
Put him in the pear wiggler.
Nothing. Necromancers get put into pear wiggler.
Connor, I love
So
you.
many questions.
I'll get the gift. 1 second.
Oh, man.
All right. I think my Echo's gonna try and do some Tekken shit and put him in a chokehold.
All right. Let's go ahead and roll. It's going to be competing athletics or acrobatics for him.
Alrighty.
Ooh, he did roll high.
I did roll low. It's a 13.
He does beat a 13. So as you attempt to once again grapple him, he expects it coming this time and is able to bat away your Echo as you watch him almost cut through some of the smoke-like tendrils that are reaching out from your Echo's mane to try to once again suffocate him. He just
All right.
cuts through it with his hand.
And I get my second attack as well?
What if
You
did
can
it
use
again?
it again if you want.
Alright.
What if you did it again?
What if I fucking do it again? That's much
Oh.
better. That's it.
21.
That's it.
You do in fact get him.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes!
Yep.
All right. Yeah. I don't need to be doing damage right now. This is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're holding him, yeah.
Also, I'm just gonna. Oh, I actually can't be further away from him. All right. Never mind. That's my turn.
All right. It is now Ray's turn.
All right. I'm just going to measure out some shit.
Ray always got to be measuring his dick at the table.
Yep. You know, because it's practically a third leg, you know?
Do be that sometimes.
Can somebody keep that?
Sure, I got you.
I got
Okay.
you.
Okay. Yep.
We all
So-
got you.
Second burst aim is the first action dash and then full action dash.
Okay.
I am totally within scroll range for any of
Okay.
his bullshit.
Yeah. Scroll.
So I will let you know you're a thief. So as a bonus action, you can pull that scroll out to use. So you're
Yeah.
just so you're aware.
I have my hand on it. It's a counter spell, so it's a reaction. So
Correct. It's a reaction, but you'll have to use a bonus action or an action to pull it out, so you can use.
I
it,
got
unless
it.
it's on your belt.
Oh, okay.
Is that separate from cunning action?
I believe so. As his
Yeah.
his thief ability allows him to do different things. The interact with item is one of them. So he'll at least need to have the scroll ready because I assume you put it away when you got it.
Yeah. So
So it would be
well,
another turn.
Yeah, it would be another. So you could theoretically bonus action pull it out and have it ready to do a reaction. But because it's a scroll and not the actual spell, you can't just do it as a reaction if the scroll isn't on hand, is what I'm saying. So
What's the range on it, Darrow?
It's 60
I
feet.
believe it's 60 feet. Yeah, 60
Yeah.
feet base normally.
Yeah, the reason why I went closer, like I'm at 40 feet away, is because if he moves, I want to be able to get him.
No,
basically.
I get you.
Yeah, so I I'm in. I think this is the right call to be in the position I'm in. Because if I'm 30 feet back, I can't do anything.
I'm trying so hard for stall tactics for you guys to lay ham.
We're trying. Honestly,
I mean,
you are right now making sure that he can't move and he can't cast. So you and Copnos are doing great. It's basically up to Brand and the rest of the team to either do damage or mitigate what's about to happen.
The alpha needs to get his ass in gear. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah. Well, if you're relying on the alpha, he's garbage right now.
Would you allow Bosco? One second. What's the range on short bow? 80 feet.
It's 80 feet.
Yeah. I could go back 30 feet and shoot him, but.
I mean,
is that okay?
You could attempt to break his concentration on whatever he's concentrating on.
You know what? That sounds like a good idea. So would you allow that veto, Bosco? Like,
if you would like to, yes.
Okay. So I still cunning action dash, but I'm like
Yes.
30 feet back, basically. I'm still. Yep. So short bow him, and this will do
Short
sneak
bow him.
attack. So.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit?
Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
You're blessed.
It would have, but you
You're
see
blessed.
him throw up his hand
Wait,
and
wait.
throw out a shield. So with bless,
what?
That's a 23.
oh, he's covered. It doesn't matter. He can't cast.
With what vocal component?
Shield is a verbal component spell, so you hit regardless.
I'm in his
Okay.
throat.
Okay, here's the short bow damage.
Oh my god.
We're looking at 17 damage from zero.
17. So it's still a 10 DC, right? Because it's half the damage.
Yeah, still a 10
Okay.
DC.
All right. So let me do the damage first. You said it was 17.
17.
17.
Very nice.
That got
And then
Ray has to
concentration.
do like an arcing like circuit like curved shot.
Curve the
over-
arrow.
Because if I aim straight, I'd hit the werewolf.
Just thump.
You as Copnos grabs him in a grapple with his echo and puts the hand over the mouth. It almost exposes his rib cage a little bit as he's trying to reach back to get these smoke-like mane tendrils out of his mouth, and you hit him right in the chest. But you watch him almost inspired and full of vengeance and rage. One of his hands almost in a claw-like grip, like an eagle's claw, trying to hold on to his spells, and he does manage to almost spitefully not drop anything he's concentrating on.
Ooh.
You baby bitch.
It is now Waihaketa's turn.
Waihaketa is going to turn to Sumer.
Get Grimharl out of here. I will protect Sophia.
And I'm going to kind of shift her arm over his shoulder, not even really waiting for a response. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
As you walk past him, Sumer's gonna grab your wrist. He'll let you finish the movement, but he will grab your wrist. Do you stop to look at him?
I will.
You hear him call out to you. Do not fuck this up. And he will let go.
Oh god. Disappointment. No. No.
It's not disappointment yet.
Not yet. Not
It's
yet.
just a warning. It's a warning shot.
Expectations. No.
Can I see the necromancer from here?
You can.
Can I see him clear enough to shoot him with a longbow?
What is the range on a longbow?
150.
Which you're 145.
Oh my
I thought
God.
I built a big enough map.
Right
Go
on the
ahead and
cusp.
shoot him.
From down.
I've
down.
never seen a longbow take it to its max range before.
Yeah,
I
this is why
love-
in history a bunch of peasants with bows killed all the knights.
For those
I
of you
love-
listening in the podcast, it is 145 in terms of feet.
Woo!
That will hit.
So it's a soft 20 total,
Okay.
and it's going to be 6 piercing damage. Why is it only 6?
What is it
Why
supposed
do
to
I
be?
not get my... Do I not get...
So that was a D8 without your bonus. Is there a reason you're not getting your bonus on a
Should
longbow?
be
I
dex
don't know
modifier
why.
if you're proficient.
Yeah.
I am... Oh, my dex modifier is 0. That's why.
Oh, okay. Does longbow not allow you to use strength like in 3.5?
That's
I
it's
rule
not,
at my
it's
table.
not-
You can.
It's not versatile.
No.
It's not versatile.
All right. All right. Well,
For death.
you did do damage, which means it is another roll incoming.
What's exciting is,
Okay.
I believe I can still do this even when I'm not in my guardian form. As the arrow strikes true, a small burst of energy will spark out of the shaft, and I'm going to activate Piercing Thorns to do an additional d6 damage.
Ooh.
All right. That's
'Cause
all
that is
considered
a
one
weapon
attack,
attack.
though, right?
Yes, it's not even a
Okay.
bonus action. It's part of the attack once during each of my
Got it.
turns.
Perfect.
He takes one more piercing damage.
Hey, you know what?
That
It's
might be
one
the
more
difference.
towards him not being here anymore.
That damage adds up.
I'm doing great, guys.
X.
Did you break his concentration? Is the question.
That's the real question.
That is the real question, and I did roll it. Why, Hikeda, you see as Raycool hits him with that bow, again, with Kopnos restraining him, Brand has already hit him with a couple of crossbow shots, arrows in his chest. You split them down the middle, and he would cry out in pain, but all of you who are surrounding him hear him muffled. You watch as his hand starts to relax just a little bit before he clenches it and holds on.
Piece
Oh, man.
of shit.
Seethe.
He's rolling
Coke,
hot on his
malt.
constitution.
For my bonus action, from the spark of energy that sparked out of the arrow, there will be yet another. Oh yeah, sorry, Salute. There will be yet another arcane sigil making itself known on the necromancer's body. I will also cast Hunter's Mark. So ignore the damage. I was trying to click the spell. I failed.
It says 90 foot range.
You're right. I won't do that. Listen, I'm playing like 12D chess right now, and I'm getting
so
a little ahead of
sorry.
myself. Sorry. That'll be my turn. Ignore the Hunter's Mark. It doesn't happen. It was a prank.
Nothing.
All right. That brings us to the enemy's turn. He's seen you fight before, Kopnos. And he's going to take a gamble that this isn't you. And he's going to attack your Echo. What
Okay.
your Echo's AC is 16?
My Echo's AC, it has its own AC. Let me see what it is. It's 14 plus my proficiency bonus, so it's 17 is what it is.
Okay. And then it has 1 hit point, correct?
That is correct.
You watch the Necromancer holding on to this spell as he's... What's up?
Quick question: if you're going to attack
Yes.
into grapple, is it not disadvantage?
No, that's restrained. Grapple just
That is
means his
restrained,
speed is
yeah.
0.
Fucker. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Continue.
No. Good call. Thank you for keeping me honest. So you watch as he kind of looks back, realizing you're on the other side of the Alpha. He will attempt to stab one of his daggers into your Echo as you feel it poof, disappear.
Shit.
He will then... Let me see if... Oh, he can do this. I don't think he cares. He's going to take an attack of opportunity from the Alpha as he 5-foot steps. And he will get crushed! Oh my
Ooh.
god!
Oh, thank
Make him-
God.
Make him pay for
He
it.
hit...
Finally,
He
the
hit.
Alpha's
He
doing
absolutely
something.
paid for it. The damage was garbage, but with his modifier, that's going to go to this. That was a nice chunk, and now you've got to make the save.
Yep. Does he break his concentration?
Please.
He does not.
Come
Dang it, God damn it!
Yep.
He's holding on for hero.
Yeah. holding
he's
on.
He's the boss.
That was the 5-foot step. Now the question becomes... All right. Revolve.
Yeah.
You have Dispel Magic up, yes?
I sure fucking do.
You watch Zaro look at you. or the man who has called himself Zara, look at you specifically.
Try that again. Her life depends on it.
And he's going to point at Sophia. He is about to cast a spell. Your Dispel magic will go off if you choose to.
Sure.
All right. As you throw up your hand, your Dispel magic goes off. And you watch, now that he is able to speak, he snaps his fingers and counterspells your Dispel magic.
Oh.
Okay.
As a reaction.
Cool,
Playing
but he's
Magic
wasting
the
his,
Gatherings here.
he's
It's
wasting his
fucking
shit. I don't
He
care.
is wasting.
Wasting spell
He
slots.
is.
Yep.
But his initial spell will go off.
Yep.
He points his finger at Sophia,
Yeah.
and all you hear is a single word.
Kill.
As he casts power word kill.
Ooh, spicy.
Nice.
Oh.
Thero, how
Mhm.
far are you away from the necromancer?
75. Or, yep. 75.
Do you want to try to counterspell it?
Bosco, I have an epiphany.
What's up?
I have a really stupid idea. Again, you're welcome to just tell me to shut the fuck up, Zito. Because it was Raval that introduced him to it and was the one who gave him the blessing. Can I allow him to cast it on me to use my inspiration to flow through my holy symbol at this motherfucker in front of me?
If you burn your inspiration,
Yes.
I will allow him to cast it out of range and because he doesn't have it currently available. However, he's going to have to roll it.
This is fair. I will
Are
allow
you
Is that
sure?
fair? So I will allow the counterspell to go off because you are technically out of range and don't have the scroll. But if he burns his inspiration, and Thera, I'm going to need you to burn yours too, I will let you roll this to stop this because this is the only way it would work.
I don't have my inspiration. I used it last
You don't
session.
have one. Does anybody want to give Thero an inspiration to burn?
Oh, guys,
I don't have it.
it's okay.
We've been given proficiency instead of inspiration for the recap.
That's right. I didn't know if anybody had one.
I'm.
You know what? Fuck it. You know what? It's good drama. I'll let it happen.
Here's
anyway.
here's
Fuck
the
it.
thing. Like, even if I was in range for the counterspell, like you ruled it, Bosco, I couldn't get it out. So no matter.
That's why I'm saying you could. But
Yeah.
so
It
I'm gonna
would
pull back the
also
curtain a little bit.
Be
Your
DC
counterspell is
19.
9th level. It would normally cancel this out. I'm gonna make you roll though. That's the trade-off.
You are welcome
it's
to
up
tell
to
me
you.
no, you don't want to do this, dude. This
Yeah,
is
it's
just
up to
an
you.
idea.
It's your choice, but this is it.
Because if we're peeling back the curtain a little bit, I want to save the counterspell for if he dimension doors or teleports out of here.
If you want to save it, but I'm letting you know this is it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
otherwise
like,
the spell's going
this
through.
was an idea that came out of my brain
Yep.
that I thought would be cool as flavor, but it does not have to happen.
Also, a thing to consider is that the DC for a counterspell roll is influenced by the level of the spell. So it would be a DC 19 for
It'd be a
19.
19 check.
It'd be very.
Would I
hard
still have to roll that?
You would have to roll it because you're not in range and you
Then
don't have the scroll
I-
available. So I'm allowing you to use it, but you're gonna have to do the roll. So there's a chance, and because it's such a big thing, because this is it. I will let you know now. This is power word kill is if they're under 100 hit points, they're
dead.
just gone. There's no
Yeah.
save.
There's no
Yeah.
save.
There is no save.
She's too far away.
Because here's the thing, guys. I don't want to counterspell this, and then he dimension doors or teleports out. Again.
I totally get you. I
So-
understand.
That's
I get
what
you as well.
I want to do. So I'm sorry that Sophia has to
Hey,
be
man.
the sacrifice, but
Listen, you're not in range for the counter spell.
That
That's
too.
what you can do.
Maybe Reval has Revivify.
I do actually.
That's a fair point.
I do have.
but there's weird Shadowfell soul stuff going on when people die. So
True.
It's okay.
It's fucking
All
weird.
right, so is that
It's alright. I'll
is
just
that
bring
the
it back
final
as a
decision?
vampire. Don't worry
I was
about
gonna
it.
say you're also a vampire, so
I'll just bring her back, bro.
But yeah, I'm out of range. I'm saving the scroll.
All right.
Final answer. Sorry to deliberate so long on that.
All of you watch as he points out and says this singular word. And almost in an instant, unceremoniously, as Sophia is running up the stairs, you watch they turn to dust instantly.
Oh shit! She fucking
Oh.
disintegrates.
Gripes.
As you watch Zaro just kind of smile, and that will be his turn. However, it is now the Alpha's turn.
Oh.
Ha ha. Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro.
You know who else knows power word kill?
You. My. Oh.
You watch the Alpha freeze. Reval, if looks could kill, he turns from the stairs to this necromancer. And all you hear is a... And he is going to crit this motherfucker.
Okay.
Oh god, he's on top of me. No.
Oh no, the werewolf's on top of me.
Thero, you might enjoy that, not me.
God, I wish that were me.
Oh no, bro.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He has to make a concentration check.
So is the
half of
werewolf
that
single
is-
now?
Oh my God, Thero.
You watch
Give him a
as
moment.
you watch as the Alpha rips his claws across the chest of the necromancer, tearing into his clothing, ripping claws across his face as you see flesh hang off of Zaro's face. And you watch his hand finally unclench, as anyone who is tapped into the arcane can feel whatever was around Zaro fade. And as he grabs onto the banister, having taken that hit, Reval, you and Kopnos are the only two that would hear the... As we go back to the top of the turn order, Reval.
We'll just move over here for flank. Good. Let's see. I'm checking my spells really quick.
By the way, while you're thinking about this, since I know it's going to be some confusion, turning Sophia to dust is narrative. It doesn't mean you don't have the body. I want to clarify, because power word kill doesn't get rid of the body.
I
for
mean,
those of you-
if we want to be real, I could also just animate dead.
True. But for those that are worried that power word kill is like, oh, you don't have a body, it was narrative dust. But I know that the comments are going to go crazy.
Bosco,
So I'll just state that up
whatever
front.
you're cooking, I'm here for it.
I'm just letting you know you technically have the body as long as you collect the dust.
Cool.
Oh God.
Hey, YouTube
Don't
comments,
breathe this.
be chill. That's all I ask.
So.
We put Sophia in a vase and we grow a beautiful flower.
All right. Oh god, I'm trying to remember.
I love you, YouTube comments.
I don't.
I don't.
Shh.
All right.
You don't have to look at him every day.
All right.
Neither
I
do
got-
you. Stop looking at them.
I'm gonna attempt to fucking like just screw this guy's day up because I hopefully Thero will be within range this next turn for
Yeah.
dealing with counterspell MacGuffinry. I'm going to.
I totally will. Yeah.
I'm going to chill touch.
Okay.
20. Wait, no, 23.
You are blessed.
And bless, yes.
Oh.
So 23 plus 25.
You needed that to avoid the shield spell, so go ahead and roll damage.
Woo! Hell yeah. Is he considered undead?
For the purposes of spells, yes.
Cool. Then he gets disadvantage because it's chill touch. And
Alright.
he doesn't resist this because of my, sorry, I'm getting back to it. Because of incapable destruction, nothing has resistance or immunity to my necrotic damage. And because I have Reaper... Oh, that was if there were 2 targets here. So now I can deal my damage, which is 8 necrotic.
8 necrotic?
And 8 necrotic, and he has disadvantage.
Okay.
Nice.
Revolve.
Yes.
How do you finish the fight?
Oh,
What?
Damn, we got him already? Let's go.
Wizard.
I grab him by the throat and gingerly have him face me. I cup my hand under his chin, use my 2 fucking, like, thorned fingers with my sharp nails into his face from his cheek all the way into his eyes and push in and pull the mask off his face while casting the spell.
You explode his eyeballs inside of his socket as the mask pops off of his face into your hand, and you watch the body drop as the blood begins to ooze out of the now empty eye holes that you have created in his face. Initiative is over.
We all see this.
You all see the events that just transpired, yes.
Why Hecata is gonna shout from across the ballroom. Do not lower your guard!
Oh.
We have seen this before.
Oh.
I'm gonna try and move to where Sophia was to try and see what happened.
Oh, is that the case? I snap my finger and sacred flame the body.
Which body? Zaro's?
Aros.
All right. You watch as the holy flame ignites around the body, and it's a long process to get rid of a body, but it does ignite the clothing.
Oop, I'm just coming by to collect my bolts. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Can I perception check, like, to see if like he did like some sort of weird distraction spell or something? Because that was too quick. Like, or
what are you looking for in particular? Just if another spell went off?
I guess like not to meta, but I know there's a spell that like you can basically like get away from your body and you turn invisible.
You would know. You would know that if a spell were to go off with some kind of trigger like that, it's still a spell that can be countered in some way. So you feel like if you were prepared for him to have something like that, which you obviously were, you would have been able to stop it. So you have at least some certainty that nothing has gone off that you couldn't stop.
Okay, I'm gonna be vigilant. I don't think this fight's over, but that's me.
I'm gonna meander my way over to the corpse of Sophia.
All right. You see
Well,
a pile
I'm
of dust.
Over there right now,
You
trying
yeah,
to see
so
if I can make sense of what happened.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go around the horn with what everybody's doing because a lot just happened. So
Yep.
So Ray is looking specifically to figure out if something happened with Zaro. Raval, Are you sacred flame the body? Was there anything else you wanted to do with Zara while you're over there?
Not with Zaro. My efforts are now focused squarely on Sophia and using Revivify.
Okay, Brand.
I am reclaiming my bolts, and as soon as Revol looks away, I'm looting the necromancer's body.
Okay. Copnos.
Well, Copnos was going to try and see if he can get that amulet, but it looks like Brand's got it, so...
I was gonna say, Brand, as you're rummaging through, you do find the amulet of Ravenkind that was on his body.
Yeah, I put that on immediately. That's staying safe with me.
Copnos is going to narrow his eyes, thinking that was entirely too easy.
Yep.
And he's going to think for a moment. And he's going to remember what happened last time. He's going to look over at Grimharl. And he's going to... Could I hop over this banister safely? Could I hop over this banister safely?
It's like 10 feet.
Easily.
Yeah. I'll just hop down onto the floor. And I will begin making my way over towards Sumer and Grimharl.
What's the spider doing?
The spider seems frozen. It is now analyzing the situation. It seems to have not taken any hostile actions towards any of you, but as Revol once again reclaims the mask, that seems to be where its eyes follow.
Alright, well, the spider's chilling.
I'm gonna dash it.
You see the alpha also sprint towards the body. Waihakeda, what are you doing?
I'm looking to see what remains of Sophia.
Interestingly enough, just the clothing and the hat, that very trademark hat that she had, is lying on top of the pile of ash.
Waihakeda is going to kind of take a protective position over the pile, and pick up the hat to examine it, see if there's anything, any sign of perhaps maybe she got away, or maybe it's a ruse of some kind.
So give me an Arcana check with advantage.
It's a 15.
You're not sure the exact name or the kind of spell that was used, but you are familiar, having been from Barovia and experienced a magical being like Strahd before. There are magical powers that can wipe people from the face of whatever plane they are on in an instant. This is not a ruse. She is dead.
Revol I'm sorry. Go ahead.
From her still protective stance, she's just going to sort of stand there, holding the hat with her eyes on the pile underneath, but otherwise is remaining still.
Revol, not hard, but takes the flat end of the end of his glaive and lightly baps on your hand. Dear, could you please put that down for a moment? I believe I have one chance at this. I need everything that was...
She will quietly place the hat back and take a step back.
You know what? I'm glad I didn't burn my inspiration, because now's a good place to burn it here. What's the alpha doing right now?
The alpha sprinted over towards what was Sophia's body. Much like Sumer did, they sprinted from opposite ends of the room. Sumer seems to be picking up the coat and watching the ash fall off of her leather coat.
Yep.
Why,
Revolve
Hakeda,
went-
you said you put the hat back?
Yes.
The alpha will pick up the hat and just run his fingers along the brim.
Reval just like rolls his eyes. Gentlemen, I know this is not the time for me to be crass of the situation, but if I'm to attempt to bring her back, I need everything back where it was.
Why, Hakeda, Kopnos, you will both notice, and Reval, if you choose to look at him, you will notice as Reval says that, Sumir kind of gives him a look and turns his back to him.
A lot of you making experience harder. You, fellow, will you do me a service and take a step back, or am I to do this the hard way?
Are you speaking to the alpha?
Yep, I'm asking him to please just like move back and put what he has in his hand down.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to bring her back in one piece. I have but one chance at this. No, I'm not going to turn her into a vampire or some such nonsense. Her death was not equilibrium, it was force. The Raven Queen does not like that sort of thing. Demise comes when demise does, and this was not her time. If you grant me one chance to at least attempt to bring her back, I could most likely curb this.
You see the alpha's hand on that hat start to shake. But he will put it down on the pile.
Thank you. Now, be so kind to step back, please.
He takes a rather deep breath, and you see him kind of wipe the corner of his eye. It's hard to tell what he's doing with the thick fur, but he will take a step back.
Excellent.
The rest of you get ready. We don't know if this ritual is going to try and be interrupted.
Revolve.
Before Revolve begins, sorry, Zito. Before you begin, Waihakeda is going to turn around silently and march back across the ballroom towards Grimharl. Just very quietly and very slowly.
Also, question: was there anything else besides the amulet of note on the necromancer's body?
Surprisingly, no. You remember that he had that very powerful time stop scroll, which is what he used right before everything stopped, but it seemed like that was the only high-powered item that he had. Other than that, he was traveling rather light because he simply had it looked like a dagger on either hip, and then that pendant that he was ready to trade. He seems to have intentionally not brought a lot of stuff.
We'd
That makes sense.
we'd killed him previously, and he transported into a different body, so he doesn't have any of his other super cool items.
Yeah, if he's got that going on, it makes sense. He's travel light. All right, I'm hanging out with the spider.
What up, Spider Bro?
Spoder.
All right. Reval stands up, holds the glaive over the ash, gently slides the base of it into the ash pile, unscrews the top of the holy symbol from the part of his glaive, and removes from it and opens from the inside of it a small compartment containing a small diamond. Clutching both, letting some blood drip from his hand by pressing them both on the inside, he begins to chant. Never having to do this before, but the first time for everything, begins to chant and plead to the Raven Queen that this one's time was not up, and by her will alone does the body return as he casts Revivify.
Give me a D100 roll.
Ooh.
May I use my inspiration on this?
After your roll, or if you want to have advantage on it.
Let's see what the roll happens, and then we will attempt
Sure.
here. Yahoo. 72.
You don't know what that means, but it's up to you.
So are you telling me I should use it now, or should I use it, because if...
advantage is just roll twice and take the better, right? So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So if you want to know if you failed and then re-rolled, I can tell you that.
You know what? I'm going to re-roll it twice, and come what may.
Okay.
67.
Damn.
Whichever one of those
So
is better.
close.
Yeah.
I need everyone to mute their microphones except for Zito.
Like, you want us to deafen?
Yep. No, not deafening, just mute.
Okay.
I'm going to mute myself on stream as well.
Revolve. As you cast the spell, you feel everyone who's still in the normal plane of existence sees Revolve cast this spell, and their eyes almost glaze over for a moment. But Revolve, you have a similar moment to what you had when you were first feeling your mind probed. You feel like you're in a space that you can kind of sort of control, but rather than those gray walls that you remember, what you now see is just bright white light kind of surrounding you. You remember casting the spell and having never experienced what it could possibly be. You start to look around your space and you see a singular raven. And as you see it, it seems to be standing on something, but then you begin to see fog kind of drifting over whatever it's standing on. And you're maybe 60 feet away from it. And even with your dark vision, it's kind of hard, since there is technically light, to see what exactly it's standing on.
Am I able to take action here?
You are able to move.
Very well. I will move closer towards the raven.
All right. As you move closer towards the raven, the fog kind of parts, and you see that it is sitting on top of a tombstone. And on that tombstone is 2 words: Sophia Miklos.
I turn my gaze towards the raven. Before
The raven
judgment...
just seems to...
Oh, go ahead.
It seems to tilt its head at you when you look at it.
Before judgment comes to pass, may I say one thing that may alter or even give her pause to her decision?
The raven, as it was standing kind of with its side to you with its head turned, you watch its clawed feet kind of pivot, and it turns its full body to look directly at you, although it still kind of tilts its head to let its eye catch you. It seems to indicate for you to continue.
I am not a master of death, and I know my presence to most of the cloth, and maybe even to her grace, is something of that of an abomination. But my bias aside, I believe her death was not of justice. It was not of equilibrium. She did not belong here. She was an outsider wishing to fix the wrongs and issues brought upon her world to this one. There's no justice in her death, and therefore the reward for them would possibly be, in my honest opinion, a life returned so that she may experience true death in the world in which she was born in. That is equilibrium.
As you finish your speech to the raven, you watch it once again turn to that side profile, and you hear a as it takes off into the air. and flies into the bright light before it disappears, getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And as you kind of watch it fly off, when you look back down towards the grave, you can actually see a dirt plot. And on top of that dirt plot is another letter, similar to the scroll that Raycool found earlier. And you see that familiar sigil of the Raven Queen on a wax seal, keeping said note wrapped up.
I will take the note and open it.
As you unfurl it, in very gorgeous cursive writing, you see written, "A life for a life. Equilibrium. Life and death work differently in those dreadful domains. If it is meant to be, it shall be, but you have done all you can." Signed, the Raven Queen.
A life for a life, then, as he folds the paper up and puts it in his cloak. Tell me, does undead make the trade any worse? He looks up to the sky.
You don't get a response. And as you look back down at that note, all of a sudden you feel everything around you almost close in on your body as you blink and you see yourself standing back in the ballroom with your compatriots.
Is there still a pile of ash on the floor?
There is.
Do I actually have the letter physically?
You do have the letter physically, yes. It seems to be, when you come to, you can feel it on your hip, as if it was attached there.
I have an answer. Take it what you may. I pass Sumer the letter.
Sumer will turn around. And he'll take the letter. And he'll begin to read it.
That is all I can do, unfortunately.
You watch as he reads the letter. You can see a singular tear kind of running down the side of his cheek and onto his beak. And you see him try to gather himself, and he actually puts down the faceplate on his helmet to cover up his eyes, and he will hand the note back to you.
I know not of these domains of dread you reside in. Brings you any solace? Well, it is good to know that her soul rests well here.
No. Nothing rests easy in these domains.
All we can do is hope at this point. I apologize. And though my words may be hollow to the most of you at this point in time, I have nothing but gratitude to the lot of you, and while my domain may be cursed to the lot of you, he looks at the mask. You have brought equilibrium back to it. So did your ally.
You'll
There
forgive me
is...
if I...
Oh, go ahead.
You'll forgive me if I'm having difficulty seeing the forest from the trees.
Puts a hand on on his shoulder. I understand. I am here to give guiding words, nothing more, and dictate how you feel. But I can only give you solace and hope. The one that has fallen has rest well.
as Sumer and Raval have this scene, what is everyone else doing? We'll start with you, Brand. Or rather, we'll start with you, Ray, since you're the closest to it.
Can I walk up to about here? And just Ray will just be like, are we certain that Necromancer is dead? Like, dead, not coming back.
You watch Sumer slowly turn to you.
I'm sorry.
What does
It
that
will
mean? Sorry, go ahead.
It will take more than that.
We can't keep trading lives like this. We have to put down that monster for good. Can you ask your Raven Queen how we permanently deal with that insane necromancer?
I have knowledge of it. The problem is, you can kill the body as much as you want. It is a vessel. The true evil lies somewhere else. He will continue to come back until you destroy that which keeps him whole.
I'll turn to Raval and just be like, your Raven Queen wouldn't approve of that, right? This guy keeps coming back.
Oh, heaven, no.
He has
So-
cheated death many times.
Is it possible the Raven Queen could point us in the right direction?
I would have to commune with her, but that would take some time. And in a proper place. I don't wish to be so dour of this whole scenario, but I can think of one more thing I could do, personally, for your friend, but I also know that the most of you would more than likely put down this idea, but I feel it is my duty to at least give you the option.
Well, I'm all ears.
This is severely unholy of me to say, but death would be more comforting, though I have the capability to resurrect a corpse, and I am a vampire. I'm sure you can put two and two together if given time.
Forget it. She wouldn't want that.
She would rather be dead.
You hear the Alpha say from the top of the stairs. And as you guys are having that scene, Copnos, is there anything you would like to do?
Copnos looks over his shoulder. He was sort of readied in a battle stance to see if Zara might show back up and try to interrupt the revivify ritual. But as it fails, Copnos just sort of gets a bitter look on his face. He mutters under his breath, "Typical god." And he'll spit on the ground. He'll look over to Sophia, or what's left of her anyway. Did she have like a cloak or something?
She did. She had like a leather trench coat.
Oh, a leather trench coat. Okay.
Yeah. If you could picture Van Helsing in terms of his attire, it was very similar for her.
Gotcha. He'll just He'll look over at the ash pile and he'll kneel down.
I'm sorry I could not do more for you. Thank you. Your kindness in this world was a beacon of light where there was none. Trece giapanta crisa corifa. Run forever in golden fields, Sophia.
And then he'll just stand back up. He'll turn over his shoulder, looking towards Grimharl. The original goal for why we came here is to rescue her, and though successful, he just sort of bitterly strides over. And will just help Grimharl however he can.
As you move over to Grimharl, you see that while they appear to be stable, they are still in very rough shape. But it appears that both Waihakeda and Sumer have made sure that they are at least stable.
If any other of you wish to have any parting words with the deceased, I'd like to send her off properly. He holds up a hand and he shows that his hand is readying a sacred flame spell.
The Alpha is going to approach you and put up his hand. And as he does that, Waihakeda or Brand, would either of you like to do anything?
Waihakeda has taken Grimharl over to the entryway, sort of propped her up against one of the statues and lowered her down into a restful sitting position. And is once Grimharl is down and seemingly comfortable, Waihakeda is just going to stand there, looking across the hall to where those who have known Sophia well are gathered. And though there's a little bit of longing in her eyes, she's going to remain with Grimharl.
Brand?
Brand would be sitting back to the sort of banister here, sort of crossbow down by his side. And what he's doing right now is that he is holding the amulet of Ravenkind that he's wearing around his neck and just staring at it.
As you kind of look at the amulet, you notice that it's almost ancient in its creation. It seems just from the look of it that it's been around for generations in Barovia. That stone in the center worth who knows how much money. And yet this amulet alone is one of the things that the Demon Lord Strahd, or the Vampire Lord Strahd, feared the most. To the point that it was cast aside and hidden. As you hold it in your hand, it seems very dull and unassuming. But there's probably something about this that you don't even know yet.
Yeah, he's just gonna hold it in his hand, maybe close his eyes, maybe think of home. But other than that, that's all I'm doing.
The alpha is going to move towards the body. And as he does, he is going to shift back into his human form. And you will watch him pick up the trench coat and the hat. He will slowly slide his hands through. And he's going to put on the hat. He's going to pick up the crossbow and head it to Sumer. And you will watch as both of them start embracing each other and just bawling. As you all begin to pay your respects and take time to reflect, Sumer and the Alpha will gather up the ashes, asking you to hold off Raval as they collect them into a small bag. And they will be taking them with them.
Raval agrees. Her death is not one to be settled here, but by the hands of those who know her.
And as you all begin to gather your things and prepare for whatever comes next, this is where we'll take a break.
Damn.
Ooh-wee.
I tried, gang. Sorry.
No,
It is what it is.
It
The
is
dice,
how it is.
the dice fall where they may.
I have to use the bathroom, so I'm not going to do the Mark Allen Jr. halftime
That's all
show.
right.
I'm going to
be here
pass
do
it
the
over
halftime
to my
show.
good buddy
Yes.
Therapod to do the
What?
Therapod
I
halftime
gotta
show.
piss too, fucker.
Well, it looks
Hi guys,
like...
welcome to the Crisito halftime show. Hey
I'll
guys,
allow
how you
it.
doing? Yeah, that's right. Just grab Bosco by the face and push him back. Hey gang, how's it going? Welcome to the Crisito halftime show. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad that kind of poetic, huh? That Raval got the fucking final shot on the boss.
It is.
Damn, Chris Zito piss. But Chris Zito piss? What are you talking about?
I wasn't finished typing.
Special guest piss? All right, now, here we got my special guest piss. Piss, how you doing tonight? How you doing? What do you think about today's game? Ah, man, I really liked it when they also did that too. I really liked that other part where Copnos did a really cool feature of the 5e fighter and showing all its versatility. How do you think about that, Piss?
Oh my gosh.
Stellar comment. I bet everyone on the YouTube channel is gonna love it. They're gonna go hog wild for it.
Mm-hmm.
Zan, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Great session so far, everyone. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Burnout Vaughn with 100 bits. The death pool is sad. Sophia was a good one. Will be missed.
Dude, we were cranking out damage.
Yes.
Dice
Ruler with the bits. At least you have a 9th level counter spell.
Yeah, I wasn't in range for the time stop. I wasn't in range for any of his shit. God.
Listen, there's gonna be a time where you are in range and it's gonna save us.
You're gonna pull that. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna forget about that, and in 3 years, when I'm about to kill a PC,
pull that out, like, next
you're gonna be
year.
like, actually, I cast counterspell. I'm gonna be like, you motherfucker. Mark it down. It always happens. You give the players a powerful item, and it's gonna fuck me down the road.
Well, usually I'm really like, I hate playing a game, and it's like I don't use all my health potions or any of my resources. Like, they're there to use. I want to use the shit that you give me, and it's like,
I grab your shoulder and I look you dead in the face.
Mhm.
It's okay. All you have to
just
do
wasn't
is
close
all you have to do. Just don't hoard the elixirs until the end of the game.
It's true.
Don't hoard the elixirs. Don't be that guy.
Yeah,
Ozma
but like, what if
is
we
worth
need
it.
them later?
Ozma is worth it. Use it then. It'll be okay. I promise you.
So
We'll get through the crises together.
Yep.
Dude,
I
I'm
do have a
definitely
ninth
guilty of
level
trying to get
counterspell in the
max
pocket.
value out of every consumable.
Ace Bounty, thank you for the 100 bits. Crap, my depression's back. Good job, Bosco. No! No, wait!
Aw.
No! Also, Zen with the 100 bits. Call out post for Edward Bosco. All the characters that died in this game are women. Not my intention. It's just
Yeah, it's like that. That's
I mean,
just
that
that's
just happens to be
that's
a fluke.
coincidental.
There were a bunch of like people at the ball who got disintegrated.
Yeah, there's plenty of dudes who have died in this game. Most of the enemies are dudes.
They just weren't important.
Jesus. Yeah, Zen. All the women are really important in this. So
yeah, that's why you remember.
this
their
is. I feel like
deaths.
I'm digging myself out of this grave.
The Duchess, female. The child that Grimharl killed, female. Sophia,
Man. Calamity. Damn. Damn.
Wow, I
dude.
can't believe y'all forgot Calamity.
I
It's
didn't.
alright. It's alright. I did.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh.
Damn. Also, Burnout with 100 bits.
I'm
Also,
playing
a
as
reminder,
Revolt.
folks, in chat and YouTube, everyone did an amazing time playing their characters and running the game. We're sad we lost an NPC, but everyone did their best and gave us an amazing game.
Hell yeah.
Dude, locking him down with the grapple.
That was clutch. Like, you and
spell magics.
Zito, Connor, I was not
That did a
prepared for
lot.
that. When you were like, can I grapple him to cover his mouth? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. If you make the fucking check.
A lot of spells have verbal components, turns out.
Oh yeah.
I think almost every spell, there's maybe 4
Yeah.
or 5 that I can think of that are
It's-
mostly not canon spells that aren't verbal.
The only thing I could have possibly have done otherwise would have been, I believe, blindness and deafness, but that's such a hard chance for it to proc on a wizard.
Honestly, your dispel magic was really good, and I let the first one go off, and I'm like, he wouldn't think to counterspell it until after you did the first one. So that was clutch.
we did everything we could have there.
Yep.
That was, you guys locked him down. It was just
That
when
was
he
just
broke
how the
free
dice
and
fell.
because he had haste on him.
Well, the other thing
If he had
too is
lost
just
concentration, he would have been fucked.
the other thing too is that we had the disadvantage going in because of how spread apart we were.
Yes.
So we knew this was going to be tough already, and it just so happened that the person who was selected was the one who was most on their own.
Yep. If I was 20 feet closer, I would have been in counterspell.
So
range.
I will peel back the curtain on that. Sophia was chosen because of what she represented to the party as much as where she was on the battlefield, because he could get
for
anywhere he wanted.
Yeah.
He wanted to rip out your heart, and he thought that was the best way to do it.
What, he didn't think it would have been funny to power word kill me?
I mean, to be fair, it would have killing
Rip
anybody
the comic
would've hurt.
relief out of the
There were-
dynamic.
Yeah,
So this
Brand
is-
is the heart of the party. What are you talking about?
I can
would
I
just
can
be
dis-
catatonic.
I can break this down at the end of the session, but I thought a lot about how this could potentially go down, and there's a reason why that was chosen.
Yep.
Oh, it
Yeah.
is thematically and for the sake of character development and storyline an incredible choice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because the
It's not-
ramifications will be felt.
like,
It's
the
not
range
horror
on
gothic without like poetic justice or poetic like writing. It has to be that
Mhm.
way.
the range is 60 feet, so we could have gotten a lot of us.
Yeah. I just realized I should have put some jazz on.
I
Relax,
invite.
guys.
Yes, soften the blow.
Yes,
a little bit.
yes.
You know how it
During
goes.
during the Chris Zito halftime show, there's no ska, but of course we have jazz. But you
Listen,
know,
if I
it's
could
last
find some
minute.
ska, we'd be good. Also, we
Oh,
have
fuck
Callum
yeah.
Draws with the 20 bits. Poor Grimharl, her ship set sail and sank, and she wasn't able to watch it. At least her alpha has Sumer for the rebound. Sensuna with 100 bits. Kind of a downer night so far, but at least the Rangers won the World Series, so there's that. Hey! There you go.
Hey,
Also, Zen with 100 bits. I call not it on telling Monty.
I'll fucking
Ace
do it.
Bounty with the 45 bits. So I'm going to be in Cali at the end of the March. Do you know some local places to eat or places to go? Any recommendations? I will defer to Mark since he's a local.
Well, you are required to try California Pizza Kitchen. I don't care what anybody else says. You can dislike it or like it, but you are required to try it. That is a requirement.
That it does depend. Are you like are you in San Francisco eating? Are you in LA eating? Because like those are very different.
Yeah, there
food
are
eating.
big.
Like
differences.
California's big.
If you're in the north and you're near San Francisco, check out Ghirardelli Square.
Yep.
Some really cool restaurants there, but the original Ghirardelli factory there is a highlight. Get some ice cream there; it's fucking amazing.
Go to Fisherman's Wharf and get some like fish and chips.
Oh,
dude, the World Market
go to
over there.
Wharf.
Go to the World Market. They've got like 87 restaurants that all have like different backgrounds and types of
fucking
food that they
kicked
make.
ass.
It's amazing.
But you know where you can't go? You can't go to the Anchorstein Brewery anymore because they fucking shut it down.
Yeah.
Oh,
God,
no.
that was my favorite beer too. Fuck.
If you are in Los Angeles, I'm blanking on the name of it right now, Bosco. The big pancake place in the valley. Do you remember what that's called? Bosco's not here. He's failed.
No,
me.
I'm thinking griddle. The griddle.
The
You have
griddle,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
The griddle.
I have one of those.
Check out the griddle. They make pancakes as big as your head. Do not order two. Don't be tempted.
Challenge accepted.
No, trust me. They make these things with like heavy flour and buckwheat. You will not eat two.
Ooh,
You
buckwheat
underestimate my
pancakes.
power.
You underestimate the griddle. I have
own
seen men twice your size be felled by the challenge of eating two pancakes.
Now you got to bring my hide into it. I see how it is. Man.
A lesser man would have been killed by this griddle.
My
Don't
pancakes
patronize me,
could fill
Witch.
a
I was
track.
there with the. I was
Shout
there.
out-
First flip.
Shout out to my chat that for my birthday they got me a 36-inch flat top griddle for my birthday
Oh, hell
on
yeah.
Throne.
From Throne?
Yeah, a propane griddle. It's in my backyard right now.
God dang.
The
There
whole
it is.
story, the whole story is fun because at first they sent me one that was for a restaurant, so we couldn't plug it into my house anywhere. So I had to return it and then get refunded, and it was a whole process. But I got a griddle.
But you have it now,
Yeah.
and that's what matters.
I've already made carne asada on it, like carne asada tacos, and it was great.
All right. Well, I think we're all back, right?
I was gonna say, are we all back ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I know we have a hard out time, so.
Yeah, Ace Bounty, you can always check the VOD if you need to remember these suggestions. Sorry, we'll get to that bit drop in a second. All right. All right, so deep breath, everybody. We'll get back into it.
Whew. All right.
Awesome
Pittsburgh's
job.
over.
Yep. All right. As you all take your moments to either pay your respects or collect your thoughts, and as Submare and the Alpha gather up Sophia's belongings, you watch as they begin to put the ashes into a bag. And as they seal it and put it on their hip, they begin to look around. Samir kind of turns and looks towards the door. I suppose it's time we left.
Will a lot of you not be needing rest, recuperation, items on your journey?
Yeah, don't we actually own this building now? Or
Revolve.
will you own it?
Okay,
I was gonna say,
Yeah, Revolve just like pats you on the cheek. There you. Oh, yes, correct.
I'm forgetting the
My crown.
number.
My crown. Puts the mask on.
all right, are you going to attempt to attune to it?
Yes.
All right. This will be considered the start of the attuning process. It will take an hour for you to fully attune to it, but as long as you're not interrupted, I will consider you attuned in an hour.
I hope to God no one here wants to stop me.
Yeah.
You know what?
All right,
Betrayal.
I was not expecting one of the PCs becomes a demigod in this game, but here we are.
What?
Also, you watch as you start to attune to this, you watch the spider begin to move towards you.
I turn towards it and stare at it.
It stops at the stairs.
Do you understand me?
I understand.
Ah, fantastic. Tell me.
You are the new wearer of the mask. You try to control.
You hear this all in your mind, by the way. You watch its head move a little bit, and its feet kind of tap on the marble as it takes another step down. It seems to be like it's trying to talk and doing the body motions of talking, but you hear it directly in your head.
Okay. Well, I'll say these things out loud because I want at least the rest of the party to like be like, okay, no, I got this.
Yeah, you all see this spider moving towards Revolve.
Revolve.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my stuff and hop down off the banister after seeing the spider start to move.
Only for the people of this domain for them to control. I will be their voice.
You stopped the mage.
Indeed. Foreign entity that needed to be dealt with.
He was curious. You different.
I don't seek full control. I seek that the natural order remain in its course.
You seek the return of the Duchess.
Absolutely.
Sorry, did you say absolutely or absolutely not? Because it cut you off
Not.
if you said
Not.
not. Okay, that's what I thought.
I heard absolutely, and I was like,
I heard
oh, yeah.
absolutely, and I'm like, was there a not? Was that a
I
cutoff?
was very
or...
confused for a second.
There was a knot, I promise you.
Discord?
Discord was
Discord.
like betrayal.
Wouldn't it be funny if I...
You know who else wants to Duchess back?
The
Oh no, bro.
You don't seek Duchess, but seek return to normal. Confusing.
Think of it this way, friend. The Duchess is gone, but I will take the place.
You will control domain. Take curse. Yes.
Ah, this sounds pleasing to you, does it?
Every ball needs a host. You will be new host forever.
Well, it's lucky that I am undead, then, now isn't it?
He just kind of looks at all of you.
Friends.
All of you hear that in your heads. And as you hear it in your heads, it is a very familiar sensation on your brains. It doesn't feel as intruding, but it's definitely similar, and you can easily assume that this is what was messing with you the entire time.
Well, with those words, I feel we're on a step towards the right direction, aren't we, friends?
Yeah. Friends looks to the spider, just like, ugh. I make the Excalibur face towards just the spider, just. Ugh.
Yes. Now, it seems our new issue here, outside of restoring the natural order of the rest of this domain, is to see our brave adventurers who saw fit that the realm persist find their way home.
Yeah. I don't
Would
suppose
anybody
you
like
can
to do
teleport me
anything?
to.
Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
Ray's just like, I suppose you can't teleport me to Chult, can you?
Do I know what that is?
Probably not.
that's up to you. I would surmise no.
Yeah, unfortunately, Chult is not the Shadowfell of Faerun. I don't believe I can send you to a destination I am not aware of. The only reason I have any sort of inkling of your destination is because of this one. He looks over to Sumer. However, it would be remiss of me to see you go without some sort of reward. This castle is of my domain, and by my divine right, he chuckles at that and rolls his eyes. You may partake with you something you wish, material-wise, from this domain. Whatever this place offers you, I will gladly obliged.
All of you remember above game. I will give this to you because it was vital. In order to come here in the first place, you needed a very specific kind of item. So Revol's offer is very kind because you can ensure that you would be able to return to this domain if you needed to by taking the right kind of item.
What would that be?
I believe it was actually a mask. Was one of the multitude of items. I will double check, but for sure one of the ornate masks would do it.
I'm gonna check my notes right now.
Yeah, we like went into a crypt or something. There was a mask. There was a weird.
Yeah.
There.
Yes,
A bunch of weird people that were somewhat threatening, but they didn't fuck with us, so we just sort of left
the
them
cult,
alone.
yeah.
The priests of Osiris.
That was weird.
Yes, that's them. That is
Yes,
them.
we needed items to guide us through the mists.
Correct.
We needed a gardening device covered in blood.
Ah.
Unless that was for something else. I don't have
gonna double check.
full notes on that. Just that it's highlighted.
It was okay. Let me jump back. So you needed a jeweled or feathered mask, an article of well-worn or fine clothing, or a shoe made of glass or gold.
I don't have any of that.
So
Sure,
if I
that makes
misspoke,
sense.
those are typically what they're supposed to be. I believe you got the mask that you needed from one of the whatchamacallits, one of the robed figures. I believe that's why you sought them out. I think it was a mask.
Yeah,
I could be wrong. It was a couple seasons ago,
I
but
believe so.
those are the three that you're supposed to have. If I misspoke a couple of seasons ago, I apologize.
So, one more time, what was it?
Okay, I just put it down. It was. It was a jeweled or feathered mask, an article of well-worn fine clothing, or a shoe made of glass or gold.
It's or and?
Or.
Okay.
Basically, taking that item with you through the mists allowed you to get here.
Right.
And because you are all connected, I allowed you to go through with one item. Typically, if you're separate from a group, you would need an item per person.
Okay.
I have a question for you, Bosco.
I have potentially an answer for you.
Well, this is for them, not for my benefit, but could they technically then mean that this domain is now a resting point for them?
It's a place that they could visit in the future. However, going back and forth between the mists is always troublesome.
Of course, but
Yeah.
if they find their way back here, they basically
If they find their way
have-
back here, they'll have an ally that I was not expecting them to have. Yes, if that's what you're asking.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats, guys. I gave you a place of
You got a +1 domain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
plus one lords and ladies of domain.
Look, man, I don't write this stuff.
You're welcome, Grim
Contrary to
Harl.
popular belief, you guys write it.
Bro, you're welcome, Grim Harl.
Yeah. Is there anything anyone would like to do before you start to head out? As you see, Somer and Alpha are very much ready to leave this accursed place.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
Brand, you know that you do have the item that you came for.
Yep, I got the amulet.
Yeah. If there's any like good armor here or weapons, Compness would probably like to take some of that.
Okay. Go ahead. Anybody who wants to look for an item, since Reval gave you guys the offer, go ahead and just roll me a general investigation check, and based on what you roll we'll see what you get.
Investigation. Okay.
Yes.
Ha! 2, no matter
Wow.
which way you slice it.
Nice.
The mask of the giant brute. Just walk around with a Jason mask.
No.
How
13.
much time do we have for this investigation?
I'm going to say that you guys could probably spend, because you would have to probably go in the mansion, maybe a half hour for it.
Would
Because
that
you're not
be
that
enough
far from the
time?
mansion, but you have a guide, so you'd be able to find stuff pretty easily. What are you looking to do?
I want to find any notes on the behemoth creature.
Okay. If that's specifically what you're looking for, go for it.
That's a 10.
Okay. Anybody else want to roll an investigation, or is that going to be it? Alrighty. So Ray Cool, you seem very interested in all the different things in the ballroom, but nothing really strikes your fancy in terms of being worth anything lugging around. You're
Wait,
kinda
I'm
just,
so sorry to
whatever.
interrupt.
Yes.
Does Bless apply to these skill checks?
Does Bless apply to every check that
I don't
you
think
make?
I don't think Bless
I
applies
thought it was
to
attack
ability
rolls and
checks.
saves.
Yeah, that's correct.
So
It's
just
just
attack
one of
rolls
them.
and saves, unfortunately.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Please continue.
No, you're good. So yeah, nothing you see in here is really worth lugging around.
I find like a cigar box, and I'm like, oh boy, and it's like empty.
Yeah,
and I'm just
there
like,
you
Ooh.
Waihakeda, as you move back into the mansion and you kind of look for notes on this creature, there do appear to be some notes, although it looks like there were some that were taken in haste to try to cover up whatever was going on. But you do find similar notes that your compatriots saw before about pieces of individuals being put together and various diagrams of amalgamations made up of different creatures. And it's seems to be something that is constantly referred to as a flesh golem. Some kind of creature that is pieced together and stitched and sewn, either of multiple body parts or having things inserted into them and then sewn up together. The creature that you saw seems to be a amalgamation of not only a lot of different creatures, but of a lot of different research, and that there were various stages that led to him being the pinnacle of what they were able to essentially develop.
So it was something that was sort of like experimented on over and over
Correct.
and over again.
There were multiple versions, and you could tell by the way they were able to basically piece them back together. They weren't able to do as good of a job because it was kind of a rush job, but they have a system in place where they can essentially make these things. And you see some of the notes for the research for that.
I would like to take those with me.
Sure, absolutely. You could put in your notes that you have Flesh Golem research from Demet Liu. And then Kopnos, with a 13, what kind of armor do you currently have?
Currently, I am wearing, I think it's chainmail. Let me look.
Just basic chainmail?
Yeah, I'm just wearing chainmail.
Even higher.
All right. I will say that with a 13, and because Reval allowed all of you to kind of take your pick of stuff, you find additional chainmail, but it will be +1 chainmail.
Ooh. Technically magic.
Technically magic.
Nice.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything that didn't roll an investigation check, or are we all set?
I'm set.
I'm good. I don't know if you were waiting for a confirmation.
No, I was just making sure. All right, then
Cool.
we are going to take you out of this location. Reval, are you going to be traversing with them as they head back towards what is essentially the port of Dementliu?
Yes, I will see them off.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And we will take you back here.
As you would see
As-
us off, or go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, as all of you exit the absolutely massive mansion, and Reval escorts you back towards, as I mentioned, that kind of crescent moon. He takes you towards the southernmost tip of that crescent moon point, and kind of lets you off on the shore in his massive vessel. All of you take a minute to kind of stare off into the mists that seem to obscure the water all the way out, where you would normally see either like a lighthouse or boats coming in from the shore. It's just fog. Constant fog, and it seems to creep up onto the shore, and it seems like if you were to traverse the beach deep enough, you would walk directly into it, and then you really can't see past that. Brian, you in particular, as you get close to the mists, you don't really know how, but you feel like the pendant that you have is triggered by this mist in some way.
Well, it didn't come with an instruction manual, so.
It sure didn't. Reval, you've seen people come in and out of the mists before. You know that simply walking through them is typically how people leave, if they're able to leave. And likewise, that's how they show up, much like you guys would know that, having done it already in Barovia.
Oh, well, it's quite simple. Take a step forward, followed by the other step, until you reach your destination.
We are well aware of how to traverse the mists.
Oh.
You hear the Alpha say behind you.
Okay, Reval just like rolls his eyes. Oh, grow a sense of humor.
I like take the amulet and I point it at you. But how do I make this take us where we want to go?
Arcana check?
All of you remember, if you want to roll at Reval, because you didn't really do this with them, but everyone other than Reval will remember that while you guys had that mask, as long as you guys were connected in some way, I believe you all held hands, that seemed to direct you through the mist towards where you wanted to go based on the item that you had with you.
Sick. Here I go. Blech.
7. You've seen people come and go, but you're not really well versed in the why, more just that it happens.
Reval puts
It really
his
is
hand
all
up.
boring nonsense. They come and they go. Who cares how they get here?
Yeah. Reval like holds his hand up. I gotta be honest with you, friend. I have no fucking clue.
Reval, you in particular, because it's been over an hour, that mask almost seems to adhere to your face. You do feel like you could remove it, but over the journey over here, and now that you're standing in place and kind of reveling in it, you feel like you have control, limited control over the mists directly on the shoreline.
You know, I say that, but some new surge of will washed over me. I have inspiration, I should say. Allow me to do something. Reval kind of like steps in front of everyone, looks towards the mist, and like twirls his staff and holds it forward as if to part the mist.
You feel like you are able to part the mist a little bit, and you get the sensation that you are opening your doors for people to either come in or exit through. And likewise, because the sensation of opening it has hit you, you feel like you could also close them off. Almost shut the door to Dementliu.
Reval kind of like holds the staff like at the same position, but like steps to the side and looks to his allies. Well, if you all have nothing else to do here, step lively.
I'm going to take the amulet of Ravenkind. And Grant is going to place it in the palm of one of his hands and sort of wrap the chain in and interlaced with his fingers, so as a way to like secure it, basically.
Okay.
And then grasp it tightly in one hand. and then sort of hold it forward as we walk towards the mist.
Copnos will turn around. He'll lock eyes with Raval.
Thank you for everything.
My pleasure. It's a fun little adventure to break the tedium of this realm.
Hmm.
Ray would approach you, Raval, and just be like, "So, I can be other dimensions, and the Raven Queen's not going to forget about me, right?"
My friend, death is a concept that is ever present everywhere. Can't escape. He pats you on the shoulder. But what I can tell you is you're a lord here now, as are the rest of you. Should you find your way back, you'll be greeted with open arms.
Well, Rule 33 of the Saurian Rules of Acquisition. It's never a problem to suck up to the boss. So, see you around. And Ray
Enjoy your little scroll, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this.
Oh. I'm going to look in my pack and see if I still have my fortune-telling card that we got back in Barovia.
Oh, okay. You had was it the
Dark
Lord? As you kind of fish around for your card, you notice that your card is completely gone.
I think about that card, and I look back at Raval, and I shrug, and I just walk forward.
For a split second in your
problem.
in your mind, he was facing you and he said, "Do it."
Yes.
Waihakeda, who has been quiet this entire time, is going to be walking towards joining the others, but she will stop as she steps next to you. And without looking at you and just looking ahead into the mist, she just says,
If we meet again, remember your promise.
Oh, of course. You are speaking to the Lord of the Domain. If I need to put you down, I will.
Good.
and she's going to step forward to join the rest.
Oh, the undead is so much fun when you threaten them and they just take it like a duck off a water off a duck's ass. It's just so fun. Well, he looks over to Sumer and the Alpha.
The Alpha looks over at Brand, who seems to have this very fancy trinket. Sumer is going to extend his hand to you.
I appreciate all of your assistance. It has been,
Sorry I could do... Oh, go ahead.
It's been very helpful. Sorry I can't be more assistance to you.
Oh, please, you've assisted me enough. I mean, look at me. Hopefully a shining example of what should properly lead this place, as he takes your hand and shakes firmly.
I hope you can endure it better than most.
Dementally used issues must be handled by dementally used. That is how I see it, and I will do my best to run it as fairly and as equally as I can. Just like the tenets of my goddess.
Best of luck to you, then.
And to you as well, my friend.
He's going to move over to Brand, as is the Alpha. You will see Sumer put a hand on your shoulder, Brand, and he'll extend his hand. And you'll notice that Sumer and the Alpha have a very strong grip on each other's hands. It seems to be more than just to stay linked in here. They seem to be trying to comfort each other, even still in this moment.
All right, the lot of you step forward into the mist with you.
Is there anything anyone would like to do before you step through?
I would like to activate my delayed fireball spell.
Oh, okay. Where is it centered?
You're all gathered.
Centered on Raval, of course.
Fair enough. Excellent. And roll initiative. No.
This motherfucker pulling a King's Quest
Betrayal.
fucking soft.
Do you all want to specify an order for which you want to walk through the mists?
I will go first because I have the amulet.
Yes, that I assumed, and then Sumer and the Alpha are going to be behind you. So who wants to hang on to the Alpha?
I will. Me,
Okay,
me.
so it'll be Ray.
Big werewolf. Yes, thank you.
Yes. Very fluffy. Although he's human now, so for sure.
Damn, change back.
Damn it! Just where's the full moon?
Never mind. I don't want to hold his hand.
Eh. Go back to being fuzzy. Who's
I
gonna
would
hold
like
on
to
Rayquel?
volunteer to be last.
Okay, so Wahikita will be in the back. Copnos.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah,
I guess
who's
by that
carrying
virtue-
Grimharl?
I'm assuming.
The goal being
Wahikita-
Wahikita would be pushing
Yeah.
Grimharl in front of
Yeah.
her.
arm
okay,
over the
okay.
shoulder. Just.
Fireman carry.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. As you all hold each other's hands, Brand, you begin to push through the mists. And likewise, the last time that you came through the mists, it is extremely disorienting. You seem to walk through the fog and you can feel your footsteps, whether through your boots or on your bare feet, whether they be paws or tree stumps or what have you. You feel sand and you can feel it shift beneath you. But the more that you walk through the mists, the sand almost begins to fall away underneath your feet. And you continue to step, and then your senses start to go. You no longer feel anything under your feet, and your sense of touch starts to dull. Brand, you still feel like the amulet is wrapped around your hand, but if you didn't put it there and wrap it yourself, it would be very hard to tell if the numbness was in fact that amulet or just a lack of feeling anything. And as you continue to walk, the sound fades out. The bells and the sound of the ocean fade from your ears. Your sight, you begin to lose sight of the strands of mist, the moisture in the air, no longer hitting your skin and no longer looking like fog, but instead becoming blankness, almost like a white light, until that too fades from your eyes. And then as quickly as it left you, it comes back to you. Bit by bit, the sight, the scent, the smell, the touch. Except this time, underneath your feet, you feel foliage, crunching of leaves and branches. Wahikita, instantly when you feel this, one word pops into your mind. Home. And as you continue to traverse the mists, Brand, you are the first one to come through them and see what looks to be a forest. And as all of you step out, Wahikita, you instantly feel like you are back in your element. Almost in the exact spot that all of you left. And as you all kind of look around, I need perception checks from everyone.
Oh shit!
Is the Statue of Liberty buried on the beach?
You maniacs! You
You blew it up! God damn it! You blew it all to hell!
That is a 22 from Wahikita.
It's a
Got a
6
14.
for me.
5.
Only Wahikita sees this, and perfectly so, since you are in your element. You don't see it first, but you smell it first. A bird. A large bird that causes your eyes to dart across the sky, thinking perhaps hostility, until you see a familiar face. A were-raven that once led you to these very mists plops down about 100 feet in front of you and begins to move towards all of you very frantically. His eyes wide like he's seen a ghost. Where have all of you been?
It's a long story.
You said you were going to retrieve the item. Did you get it?
I open my hand to see if the amulet is there.
By the gods.
It
You're going
wasn't.
to need that.
It wasn't easy, and it cost us greatly.
I'm sure it did. Very rarely do those items show up without a cost. But you must understand, I don't know where you have all been. I thought it would be a couple days that you were gone.
How long? We were only gone for a couple of days.
You've been gone for a month.
Oh.
What has transpired?
You don't know. How could you know? For the first time, you see a look of abject terror on this bird's face, if a bird's face could have any. The eyes certainly are wider, and he takes a step back. Strahd has returned. All of you need to speak with Sophia immediately. I will take you there. And that is where we were going to end the session for Ravenloft.
What?
What the fuck?
What?
Huh.
What?
Huh? Huh?
Sophia's right there.
Huh?
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 And that wasn't a
Congratulations, guys. You made it back.
That wasn't a mistake. He said Sophia, yeah?
I said Sophia. Yep.
Well, find out next year, ladies and
All right,
gentlemen.
see y'all next October.
Good
All
luck.
right.
You
boy.
can't keep getting away
All
with
right.
this.
Bosco, we
Okay.
level up, right?
Actually, you
Please?
do all level up.
Let's go.
You all level up.
Level 7, baby!
Oh
It
my
only
God.
took us 3 years, but we did it.
Oh my
Level
God.
7.
The fighter, level 7.
What would I get
go.
if I got to level 7? Let me double check that.
Well,
Yeah.
do you even have class levels at this point?
Who?
I don't know.
Revolve.
Cleric.
So
You're a
Revol will you
metahuman
can level
now.
up Revol, but obviously Revol is in Demently used. So what happens next year? We don't know.
My goodness.
I
Oh.
survived.
I get an Echo Knight feature.
Oof.
Oh, I get Blight. Oh my god, I get Blight and Death Ward as my domain spells.
Death Ward's
Wait, no,
pretty good.
that's 7th level. I apologize. That's 7th level
oh.
spells. I apologize. That's not correct at all.
Oh shit!
Death Ward? Death Ward's 4th level.
Yeah, like hold on, I'm double checking. Let me.
I-
Look
I-
at...
Like,
could-
it's Death Ward's a 4th level spell.
Yeah, I failed. That's not correct. I get nothing but a 4th level spell slot. Yeah,
Yep. So you could prep Death Ward.
probably.
That's
So-
It's a really good spell. But
Point of order. Point of
Yeah.
order.
holy shit.
As I bring up the so you all get to level up. I almost did that after the first fight, but I'm like, nah, I'll save it for the end. I almost leveled you up in the middle because you guys did such a good job with the Duchess, but
Yeah,
I thought it'd be
it's
cooler to wait. Let me get my acid on. There we go. Acid trumpet. There it is. Hey. So point of order, just because I saw this in the comments, and hey, Zito, I got you out of here a couple minutes early.
Thank you.
I saw in the comments that there was a little bit of a confusion about how the necromancer was dispelling stuff when the Duchess was so far away. The Duchess used the spell mislead, so they weren't actually casting. It was the spider who was moving invisibly around the room. So the necromancer was always within 60 feet of the spider that no one could see. That's what he was dispelling. The Duchess wasn't actually casting until she was revealed, and you guys killed her shortly after. So that, just in case
that
anybody
makes
was
sense.
confused.
This whole
Yeah.
like thing, she's been using the spider as a vessel.
Yes.
Now you
So
have
it wasn't
spider friend.
actually her casting until she was revealed, and then she did, I think, throw up one spell, but it was mostly her using the spider. And if you read the mislead spell, which I thought is a cool spell, I just couldn't think of an application for it. You basically create a perfect double of yourself and make it do whatever it wants. But then once you figure out it's an illusion, they can drop it, and then their invisibility fades, and you see where they are.
Mislead is a very fun spell.
That's
It's
what
a
I
very fun
thought
spell.
he did when he first died.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
No,
oh, that's
that, and
misleading.
honestly, that's why I did it, is to put that in your brain, and then you're like, oh wait, but is it? Oh, I guess not. But yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. Also, yes, cliffhangers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh baby!
Up. What did we roll? We rolling health?
I
I
mean,
took average.
Bosco, we will have to
mine.
have a chat.
I take
Oh,
the
yeah? Why
average.
is- why
just 'cause
is
I'm a
that?
baby bitch power.
We'll chat later. That's fine.
Okay.
Well, I suppose with that we can go ahead and go around the horn and get out of here. Let me throw up the little "It's over" image because
It's over.
It's a It's a little bittersweet. We won't get to do this again until next year.
Next
I
Halloween.
know.
I want to say this because I know we're going to do the outros and I don't want to keep Zito. Also, if you have to duck out because it's about to be 10 o'clock, by all means go first.
Like
But,
I can stick around for a few minutes because we
Yeah.
didn't like go over, so I'm fine.
yeah. I just want to say thank you to all of you guys, especially you, Sci-Fi, because I know you're not always on the channel, so especially that you're willing to come back every year. I didn't expect to run Ravenloft this year. I didn't know if I was going to be able to for weeks leading up to it. It was a very hectic time, and yet I feel like you guys did such a killer job on this season that this might be the best season of Ravenloft, and I owe pretty much all of that to you guys and just the way that you committed to everything and stayed connected with all of the themes and the emotions and the roller coasters. And I just wanted to say thank you to you guys and thank you to the audience. So I really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for doing it again.
It was my pleasure. I really wanted to run.
As much as we can shitpost and whatnot, we know exactly how to also be gothic horror and take shit seriously. There is a time and place for everything, and I'm glad I got to show off I could do as much of it as I possibly could.
Well, I will turn it over to Connor. Take us home.
Right on. Let's go around the horn and de-introduce ourselves. Starting with Mark Allen Jr. Where can they find you? What are you up to?
You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Mark Allen Jr., on TikTok at Mark Allen Jr. VA, here on Twitch at Aeon Protect Gaming, and you can follow the adventures of my fat sleepy cat Bunny on Instagram at Chonk4Life. Speaking of Bunny, if you have not heard, she has been dealing with some health issues the last couple of weeks. She has an ulcerated cornea as well as an infection behind her eye. I'm taking her to see a specialist tomorrow. However, such things are not super cheap. So this coming Friday, I will be running a stream wherein my goal is to complete the game Stray, which I think is fitting. We'll try and get Bunny settled somewhere comfortable and get some Bunny cam going so you guys can see the big chunk while we play. But any donations that you guys may be willing and or able to throw our way during that stream would be greatly appreciated. They will be directly going towards covering veterinary costs to take care of my big chungus. So super appreciated. If you can't give, that's okay too. Come on by. We'll have a good time. Well wishes are always appreciated. And other than that, I'll see you on Saturday for Gobtober/Gobvember, where maybe Estic will live. We'll see.
It's possible.
That's me.
Up next, we've got our wonderful guest, Sci-Fry. Where can they find you? What are you up to?
You can find me at twitch.tv/sci-fi. We are always doing different things over there, whether it's D&D, variety gaming, or somewhere in between. Yeah, it was a lot of fun coming back. I look forward to next October. Thank you all for having me. It's been a wonderful time. But if you want to find me, twitch.tv/sci-fi has all of my links there. You can just click through. Find me where you find me.
Excellent, excellent. Up next, we've got Therapod. Where can they find you? What are you up to?
I'm up to making art. Specifically, commissions are open, so feel free to email me, and I'll draw whatever you sick, twisted fucks want. I'll do it for the right amount of cash. More often than not, it's just...
I want a wholesome frog.
I can do that. That. Shell knows I can draw frogs. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But you can also find me over at twitter.com, therapodart, Blue Sky, Fur Affinity, Twitch, and YouTube, where I have a funny little teaser for a funny little thing that's going to come out soon, sort of soon. It'll be out when it'll be out. It's called Oversoul Spirit Spark. It's going to be cool. That's all I can promise you. Other than that, just like Mark said, Saturday, Gobtober, the finale of this year's Gobtober, which this year has been very fan servicey for me in the best ways. So I highly recommend you cut time out of your busy schedule to see that shit on Saturday.
No bias whatsoever.
Call in sick. If your baby's being born, just get somebody to record it. Watch
pull it in.
Gobtober. That's it. That's me.
Getting married? Nah, throw that shit out the window.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking, you can get married on any other day. Gobtober.
Watch it.
Do it. That's me.
We've also got Zito, the new lord of Demetliu. Where can I
Hell
find
yeah.
you, and what are you up to?
I own a fucking ship, finally.
What a way to retire
You
a
own
character.
a plane.
Jesus.
I own a plane. No, fuck that. I don't care if I own a plane of existence. I've had characters who've done that in my games. I own a ship, finally, as a player character.
You sure
That's
do.
the big takeaway.
All right, Lord of the Land, what is your first decree? I'm gonna get on a boat.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a motherfucking boat.
On a boat, and
You can find me over at twitch.tv/Zito. I'm playing indie games and carts and whatnot. It's all there. But the other bigger things is I do character design work. I'll probably be doing another one soon, but I just literally as we were playing, someone purchased one out of the 3 remaining familiar character designs I have. So here are the last 2 that are still available. Of course, because Twitter is a fucking hellscape. DM me on Discord if you want to claim any of them. But beyond that, yeah, Toothpick finally has entered Meat Space. My boy finally has a plush. He is available starting today. You can buy him in full. However, there is also a new payment plan option that you can buy him right now for $750 and then only have to pay $750 every other 2 weeks for 4 payments. And with Sezzle? Yeah, it's Sezzle or Seazel. If you pay $750 with Seazel, all you have to do is just pay $750 again within 2 weeks up until 4 payments are made, and then you just flat out will keep getting this. So if money is tight for you, but you still have enough funds to probably like pay a small amount, I would highly recommend that, because if I can get this to 200, you know what? I actually have considered doing a Toothpick plush with him in the trash can cart, as is in the video game that we play on Sundays when we race in carts. So if you want to get a Toothpick in a little trash can with a realistic possum face screaming, let's go for 200. I don't know if I posted it. Yeah, I did. Posted it. Fuck it.
I'll fucking do it again.
I'm very tickled by the concept of a payment plan for a plush.
It makes this feel
Honestly,
so much
especially
better.
for ones that have to get funded, you're like, well, as
It's
long as
so
you buy the
smart.
first payment.
Yeah, it's so smart.
It is smart. It is smart.
This is such a nice way to fucking go about it.
I'm putting this plush on layaway.
all right. Is that all for you got?
That's all for me.
Alrighty. Edward Bosco, where can they find you? And what are you up to?
You can find me at Ed Bosco VA on both Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and right here on twitch.tv/Edward Bosco, where we're getting back to normal streams. Tomorrow is going to be more Legacy of Kain. We're probably going to end up beating the game. Really been enjoying Soul Reaver. It's a lot of fun. Connor, I approve.
Yeah.
Friday is going to be the big blow-off pay-per-view. It's going to be Breakdown. It was supposed to be last Sunday, but we had to push it because of tech difficulties. So on Friday, we'll be doing Breakdown, our big pay-per-view, and we'll be raising money for a good cause. So swing by and I'll tell you more about that. On Saturday, obviously, Yakuza with good old Connor here. He'll tell you more about that. And the conclusion of Gobtober, which I'm also really excited for. Always love more Gobtober. Sunday, I'm off. Leave me alone. I'm watching football. Monday, I'm hopefully back to Mass Effect, and I'm playing D&D over on twitch.tv/Xanalysgrim with a bunch of nerds. You know how it go. And then Tuesday, more Halo night. Come check it out.
Oh yeah. I'm so ready for Saturday.
Dude, I'm ready too.
It's gonna be hellacious, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. Well, I suppose with that, all that's left is me. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, youtube.com/DistortionDevil, as well as Tumblr and Blue Sky. I'm fighting off sneeze. Yeah, I lost. Yeah, where was I? Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, Blue Sky, at Distortion Devil. Stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Saturday, yep, as stated earlier, going to be more Yakuza Like a Dragon. And after that, it's going to be the finale, for real this time, of Gobtober, Throne Breakers. And it's going to be a doozy. But yes. Also check out my DM's Guild. Hopefully very soon here, I'll have the Fulgurmancer's spellbook out. And then after that, I'll have to figure out what elemental tome we want to tackle next. As well, you can hear me in Ghost Order 2 as Adrian Bakunin. I've upgraded from boss fight to friendly guy. Yes. But other than that, brain farting. This episode was brought to you in part by Die Hard Dice.
You could do it. Die Hard Dice! You know what? For posterity,
Bosco stole it from me.
because it's the fucking end.
Oh god!
Whoa!
Oh jeez,
All of them.
That is
And
all
now
over
he gets
the
to
floor.
play 72 dice
The
pickup,
dice
my
are
favorite
great.
dice game.
That is all over the floor. Oh no.
Did you
Okay,
roll a
stepping on
20?
deep pores.
Yeah, did you
I'm
roll a
looking.
20 in there?
I'm looking. I'm looking.
20 in there?
All of
There's-
them are ones.
There's a 6. There's an 8.
I'd be more
oh my-
impressed.
How'd you get over there? Oh no.
You're gonna be stepping
Oh,
on
boy.
deep pores for
Oh,
weeks.
that's
Seriously?
gonna have a fun rest of your
Anyway,
night.
if you want to throw your dice on the floor, I need new dice, Connor. Where can I buy them?
Well, you can buy them over at Die Hard Dice.
God.
You too can pick quality out of your feet when you shop at dieharddice.com. Use the code Unexpectables to save 10% on your order. You can also pick up the Lies Aspect Dice, the official collaboration between the Unexpectables and Die Hard Dice. They've got rounded tips, so they won't hurt your feet as much.
Anything can hurt if you throw it hard enough.
That is true. That is true. Anything hurts if you put it in a potato gun. But yes. Also check out our spring store. We've got all sorts of designs out there that you can get some sweet, sweet Unexpectable swag, including apparel, water bottles, stickers, posters? Maybe.
Posters.
I don't know. They've got all sorts of stuff over on our spring
Buy
store.
our stuff.
Buy our stuff. We also couldn't do this year in, year out, without bits and subs from amazing people like you. Where did we leave off?
We left off, I don't remember the bit amount or the name, but it was asking about where to go in California.
California knows how to party. There we go.
California.
Travis A. Carey, thank you for the 100 bits. I can't believe y'all just killed the emotional core of the blockbuster. Now we just need a very funny death like a zombie blows up confetti.
Fuck.
Can be arranged.
Just the necromancer cast power word kill on Sophia. She explodes into confetti. Yuri the Gold Dragon, thank you for the 30 bits. Protoss103, thank you for the 10 bits. Did an excellent job, Bosco. Can't wait to see Grimharl's reaction next year.
Nobody tell Monty.
Yeah,
She
nobody
needs to
tell
learn
Monty
on
be
the
like,
spot
wait, is
next
Sophia
year."
dead? Yeah, our bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, but no.
is she?
Maybe.
Oh,
Well,
Sophia's very
yes,
dead,
but
guys.
actually,
Like,
no.
Sophia's, I don't know. And
I can't wait for Grimharl to just, like, at the beginning of next session, wait, they spaced out. What happened?
Yeah, like, oh, I was on a
whoa,
journey
I'm suddenly
for a while.
conscious for no reason.
Oh,
You made a vampire lord. What?
What
Coming
brings you
down.
guys here?
Callum Dross, thank you for the 10 bits. Hey, now Calamity has a friend. Sadness. Ace Bounty, thank you for PM me on Discord. You have my permission. I'm not going to remember this.
What?
Oh, yeah, all the places we were. Like I said, check out the VOD. All of Mark's suggestions will be there forever. And by that, I mean the next month and a half.
Yeah, look at the vibe.
Yeah. Halftime show. Check it out if you want to know where to go in California.
Or Google it.
Or Google it.
Papoose and Monkey, thank you for the 10 bits. Forcing you to do that was the best waste of my money. Oh? That's okay. Thornton 6000, thank you for the 37 months. I am once again a sub baby now. Oh no. Sub baby. Side by side plays, thank you for the raid. Dice Ruler, thank you for the bits. The 4 bits. As soon as Revolve said take what you want, I immediately thought look for better weapons and armor, so I'm glad Connor was thinking the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, well, while we're here, might as well.
You guys are level 9 now or 7?
We're level 7.
7.
Okay, I confused.
I wish we were level 9. That'd be awesome.
Crazy.
Do you want to just give us 3 levels right now, Bosco?
No, I don't. I really don't.
Are you sure? He didn't
Pretty
say
sure.
no.
I'm pretty sure I don't want to do that.
Mm.
I lose the ability to scale for all the levels in between, though.
Yeah. Burnout Vaughn, thank you for the 100 bits. We want to thank you for another great year of sessions, gang. And damn, I guess we'll have to wait another year for a chance to win. Congrats, gang. You win again.
Somebody in the chat was like, you said level up. You didn't say by how much.
Correct.
Here I go. Yeah, buddy.
Technically correct, and I hate that that's technically
Absolutely
a loophole.
correct.
Yep. I get what I get. And so people are going to come in like, oh, I went to 20. I only went to 17. We can go to 20? Dude, I'm still at 12.
I'm 25 over here. You guys are sleeping.
Fuck, epic level.
I fucked up. I'm -4.
No! I
You
said
told me I
level
could
up,
gain
not
level.
down. How did you
I
fuck
leveled
that
up
up?
with negative levels. Oh
No,
no.
He leveled up so hard he had to come back around.
I looped around like Homestar.
Hit the bell curve and fell back
Oh
down.
my god.
Uh,
Dude, we got a hype train going at the end of Ravenloft.
we
Let's
do,
go.
My goodness.
Let's go.
Callum
Thank you,
Draws,
guys.
thank you for the 20 bits. Episode title, Grim Fate.
That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
Dice Ruler, thank you for the 3 bits. You funny, the guy who was actually the owner of the boat can't even get it back now because it's magically owned by the Lord of the Realm.
My ship.
Yeah, I gotta confiscate this for the state. Thanks.
What? Zenlita, thank you for the 100 bits. Episode title, Saying Goodbye. Also, fuck you for that cliffhanger, Bosco. Unhollows your ween.
Oh no, that sounds
It's
awful.
November.
Ugh.
Undays of Your Dead?
Whoop.
It was a double cliffhanger. It was like, oh, guess who's back? Also, what the
know what?
fuck?
Fuck you, unsams your hane.
How dare you?
No!
It's not pronounced Sam Hain.
Protoss103, thank you for the 100 bits. Sophia and Calamity. So who do you think will die next? You decide. Vote now on your phones.
Like, actually.
Zeon the Blue Dragon, thank you for the 10 bits. When the DM mistakes your level to a higher level, you say yes. Love you guys. Look forward to next year.
So Revolve's level 20 then.
Oh, shit. I mean,
Level
Revolve
25
might not have a
Minecada,
level
let's
anymore.
go.
at this
Yeah,
point.
again, I'm not even sure you have class levels at this point.
I will
You've got-
say, just keep your sheet the way it is, and we'll go from there.
Sure.
Zanuk Migzana, thank you for the name and also the 100 bits. Amazing session of Ravenloft left me on edge of my seat, and my god, Reval is a demigod now. Amazing. What that mask do?
Mask do, though.
Well,
Hey, girl, what that mask do?
What that mask do?
Spiders everywhere.
And the additional 100 bits. Episode title: Cat Got Your Tongue.
Huh?
Because Copnos had it.
Oh, because Copnos. Yeah.
Oh,
that's not bad.
That's good.
Pretty good.
Finally, we've got Dice Ruler with 4 bits. Everyone is level 20, marches up to Strahd, plays... Everyone marches up to Strahd, and the song plays, X gon' give it to you.
X gon' give it to you.
Fuck waiting for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you.
Ooh.
X is going to present it directly to you.
It's not delivery, it's X.
Thanks. Wow.
The party doesn't kill Strahd, but they send him over to Dementliu. Wait, what? You have no power here.
It's like that one Yakuza Heat action where you're fighting in the street and you slam some guy into a car and the Yakuza just kidnap him and drive off.
Yeah!
And you're just sort of left there stunned, just like, ooh. Well, with that, I guess that's going to do us for Ravenloft this year.
Oh my goodness.
Cool.
Shortest Ravenloft finale ever.
Honestly, yeah. Not even a joke. To be fair, though, I had a hard deadline and I was not going to fuck it up. As a journalist, you don't miss your deadlines.
Sorry. I'm sorry I had to force that on you.
No, honestly, it was great. I felt like we got just enough done to make it a really good final session, and it was what it needed to be.
Well, with that,
Very fun time.
who should we raid?
That's
I have
a
a
great
few-
question, Mega Man.
I have a
I'm just gonna
suggestions.
read the 5 bits real quick from Zanuck Mizana because I can read. Is my name that hard
Wow.
to say? Most of you have said it several times now, lol.
You know, sometimes brain just fart and not do words good. That's the
No,
way it
totally.
So true.
It's very true.
I have 2 suggestions,
What's up?
if you allow me. So I have Paddlesnake, who we've rated before, and we scared the shit out of him. Or we could all go to someone called Morning Chai, who is in the, I'm going to assume at this point, the mid to later end of Alan Wake 2. Which would we rather? Paddlesnake is doing retro. I can check their, and of course you don't have to take my word for any of this shit. Paddlesnake is watching, oh god, what is it called? Iron Chef, like old Iron Chef episodes.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
So old Iron
Man.
Chef or mid to late
If
game
we're going to
Alan
pick one of
Wake?
those two, I'm more partial to Iron Chef.
I do like
Iron
me some
Chef.
Iron Chef.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Cool. So Paddlesnake is who we want to send off to.
Paddle Snake? Is that
Yes,
just the way it's spelled?
Paddlesnake.
Gigas Monkey, I saw that. Don't you dare. How dare you?
Paddle Snake, like that?
Yes, that's him.
Hey, what's the raid message?
Oops.
Oops.
No, I like unhollows your ween.
Unhollows your ween.
Unhollows your ween.
Unhollows your ween.
That's pretty good.
Unhollows your ween. There we go. That'll be our raid message.
Good night,
All right.
everybody.
Good night, everyone.
We'll see you next year for more Ravenloft, but until then, this time next week, we'll be back with more Unexpectables 2.
Let's go!
Unexpectable.
You're unexpectable. Oh!
Okay,
Man.
okay. Now,
I go from playing a
saxophone-
necromancer to a necromancer.
A saxophone is not a fucking mechanical device.
It's not a
Oh
machine.
my god, are we really? Listen.
Okay, the gun thing changed my perspective on it, though, because a gun is all mechanical parts. So
It is a machine.
saxophone.
It is. Yes, it is a
It's all
machine.
valves.
No, but it's not. The whole point of the gun is you pull the trigger and then the machine does the rest of the work. With a saxophone, there's no
saxophone has
trigger
all
to
the trigger.
pull.
There's
You
also
have to
gotta
push.
breathe.
No. You have
gotta
to push
breathe
the
air
gun
into it.
yourself and
Blow
breathe
into
air
it, and the
into
valves
it.
do
The
all the work.
saxophone is a
No.
machine that
With
turns
it.
It's
juice
just
into
an
smoke.
air trigger.
Connor, hit the raid button.